I'm sure our audience appreciates talking about turntable technology. Big old tits. Are we getting the song?
A bit longer because I've got to start
Yeah, let's have the big old tit. I'll send a link to my mate so he can listen to it as well.
The important part is that they're on your chest, and the other important part is that they're sexy.
Well,
yeah, baby, got a sexy
I think I subscribe to it on this YouTube channel, but I mean, unless I send it to him, he doesn't, because normally we don't do it on a Friday, so it'll be a special one, won't it? Big old tits. Got a little bit of big tits, big old tits.
There we go, and we are live. That was obviously the that was the legend that is Mark Rebillet. I don't know how you say it.
Well, he was doing that song for. He was doing that song for because Greta Thunberg's phone bags are held hostage at the moment. So
what's actually happened? Because I haven't followed that. Did they actually get boarded? And
yeah. So she's been detained in Israel, and they'll probably deport her again. But I'm saying release the Greta Thunberg pair.
Yeah.
And it's Israel can't oppress the world like this by keeping her tits under wraps.
Yeah.
So
she's been looking a bit strange of late, though, hasn't she? There was that one where she looked a bit like He-Man, wasn't there?
You mean she was looking like a medieval page boy?
Yeah.
She's like, make me look like a 13th century squire.
Draw me like you draw your 13th century squires.
Yeah. I desire the look of a page.
Greta Thunberg is smiling while in Israeli custody because she knows her plan to keep profiting off of Gaza and Hamas. Oh, blimey. I didn't think that was going to go that way. Keep profiting off Gaza and Hamas is going exactly as she planned. She is a leech. How much pop pollution has Freedom Flotilla yacht stunt created? She doesn't care. Crisis acting, it's her career. To be fair, I think Ty's tough talk. I think you're being a bit rough on her. The girl's been skipping school. As one of our first episodes, the girl's been skipping school since she was 12. Like she's not the brightest. I don't think she's clever enough.
No.
Oh, did you see that? Just before the boarding, there was a Muslim MP. So she's an MP, so I assume she's from England. Just ditched her phone in the river before they were boarded. Wonder who she'd been talking to.
I mean, your guess is as good as mine. But
yeah.
Speaking of just as British as you or I, can we just have a brief moment to say who our favourite Indian comedian is and why?
Yeah, it's obviously Spike Milligan.
Spike Milligan, yeah.
Greatest Indian poet, Hobbit.
Well, you see, I'm glad you went, because as we all know, India's got a rich and varied culture of poetry and storytelling, and I've got to say, hands down, my favourite Indian poet has to be Rudyard Kipling.
Who's your favourite Indian actress? For me, it's got to be Joanna Lumley.
You know what? I think I'm going to agree with you on that one.
Yeah. And just to round it off, our favourite Indian pop star, Mr. Harry Webb himself, Cliff Richard.
Indeed, yes. Not many people know this, but Cliff Richard is Indian.
Mm.
Yep.
And you thought it was just one too many tan beds?
Do you know, I was trying to remember the name of him. He played Harold Steptone's son.
Oh, Harry H.
But
Corbett.
he was... Yeah, he's Burmese.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I didn't know at the time, and I was just thinking to myself, like, do you know, I can't think of a single Burmese actor. And it's like, well, what about Harry H. Corbett? I mean,
I got called a far left loser.
Did you?
Yeah,
What were you looting?
I'm a far left loser. Not a far left loser.
Oh, well, looser, is that like some sort of gay slang I'm not current with?
It could well be.
Yeah. You've been learning about the varied culture of.
Yeah, I tell you, I can marry the 14. Jane Goodall's dead. What a wonderful human being she was. Have you seen that clip from the World Economic Forum where she basically wanted the Georgia Guidestones carried out?
Yeah, she's like Rachel Carson, but more like apes together strong, as opposed to them poor birds though. Do we appreciate Jane Goodall on this show, or is it Jane Goody?
I don't know. I appreciate her because I would never know who she was unless I'd read the Far Side cartoon. Like she's the butt of many a Gary Larson joke. Should we remind ourselves of the Georgia Guidestones? Where is the...
So, they do a lot of stuff Oh, excuse me.
I'm trying to find the list. So where is the...
Network error 420. You might be experiencing an internet connectivity problem. Is that like just some sort of... Is that like some poor taste Hitler joke saying, oh, it's network error 420, Hitler's birthday?
Speaking of Hitler, did you hear there was a man that was elected in somewhere in Africa he's got a name with the same name as Adolf Hitler, with a similar, I think it's a similar name. It was weird what they said about it, so I said, what was his name? That of Adolf Hitler.
Have they responded?
No, I don't think so. Right, where are the fucking... I want to see the bit. Inscriptions, that's what we want. So, the inscriptions read, which is weird enough that Jane Goodall was talking about this to the WEF. So she says, so the inscriptions on the Georgia Guidestones are maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. Guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity. How do you employ fitness and diversity? Unite humanity.
So the first command sounds like something straight out of Hitler's playbook, because he would have.
Well, it's more straight out of... Who's the villain in Moonraker? Max.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah, he was a eugenicist as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, and probably German.
Don't know. Yeah, sorry.
I'll put Moonraker on it. Let's see if we can find it. Hugo. Oh, did you know he's Sir Hugo Drax?
Oh, so he's British then?
Yeah, Sir Hugo.
Is he just as British as you or I?
Yeah, and he's just as forgiving as Sir Keir Starmer, the beige bombshell himself.
So I really like the music on Moonraker. It's he also composed the soundtrack for The Black Hole. John
Barry.
I forget
it's Barry, isn't it?
John Barry.
Yeah.
Very, very good music. If anybody hasn't seen The Black Hole, all right film. It's actually the characterization of the film's very good.
Yeah, it's a horror. Kids, if you want to prepare your kids for Event Horizon, get them to watch The Black Hole.
Well, I will say this, and it feels like an oxymoron saying this until you watch it. It is a family-friendly horror film.
Yes.
And the only way I can really describe it is, well, if you watch it, you'll understand what I mean.
It was back when, the only way to explain it is children used to be treated like adults in a child way. Didn't they?
Children back then weren't as infantilized as much as they are now, and a bit less mollycoddled. And I think, because they were treated with more responsibility.
That Goo Goo Gaga shit, if you carry it on too long, it does actually, lower their IQ.
I always just think about those people that they're full-blown adults, but they still do baby talk, and I'm just like,
OG
yeah, I like some
says, what are we
people, Richie
discussing
Milkis.
today? We're discussing a bit of everything, OG. It's a
Yeah.
Friday night. We haven't really prepared anything, so we're gonna be a bit all over the shop. It's whatever we fancy.
And I've got well, I was just going to say I've got a headache as well, so we're taking it easy. But you know, I'm not like some people, Richie Milkis, who thinks that, you know, if you speak with a baby voice, then you should be hung. But at the same time, it's like
too far.
It's like, look, mate, you're what, 31 years old? I think you can pronounce creamy correctly.
To be fair, I don't think you should be hosting a political show. Not pointing any figures anywhere near trigonometry with baby voices. Like with two blokes that speak in baby voices, you've got to have at least one bloke who doesn't speak in a baby voice.
I do find it hard to take someone seriously if they're a full-blown adult, but they're still doing goo goo gaga baby talk.
Yeah.
It seems a bit silly and insincere, but that may just be me being bigoted towards baby speakers, speakers of baby.
So we were talking about the Georgia Guidestones, and then we got
the Moonraker. They're wonderful, aren't they?
They should be called the Moonraker Guidestones, really, shouldn't they? So we got maintain humanity under 500 million. Guide reproduction wisely. Unite humanity with a living new language, like Esperanto. I wish I could quote that thing from Rimmer when he does that whole bit in Esperanto. And he goes, "And you know what that means, don't you? Call the hall porter. There's a frog in my bidet."
Yes.
Esperanto was really like the 80s future, wasn't it?
I just like that the anonymous benefactor who funded the George Guidestones is called R.C. Christian.
Yeah, Roman Catholic.
So, that's a real name. Yeah.
You just need like a modern day Jack the Ripper to go. The Roman Catholics are not to be blamed for nothing.
I just thought like what you could do here, right, is you could have you see, here's like a science fiction scenario, right? Let's say Earth gets visited by aliens, right? And they're doing an invasion, but they get thwarted because you've got this thing called digital ID. So when a policeman stops them, he says, "No, put that ray gun down, sir. Have you got your digital ID?" And they go, "Goo goo gaga bleep blop bleep." Alien speak for, "No, I don't." And then they pack up the ships and they fly away.
Yeah.
Now, if I had a point to this, it's gone because I just realised that what they're trying to do with digital ID is protect us from the incoming alien invasion of Free Eye Atlas.
Well, to be fair, it starts off quite 1984, and then let's just carry on with the Georgia Guidestones. So, where are we? Protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts. You can moan about that, really.
How do you make this evil?
Let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world court. So I assume that's like a peace and love, no more war kind of thing.
And respect the Hague.
Avoid petty laws. Is it me, or do people just lead with the 500,000 scare bits so no one reads the rest of them? Avoid petty laws and useless officials. Any problem with that?
Well, that's pretty much a genocide against middle management, which is, I think that could be considered a credible, actionable threat. I don't know. Maybe GCHQ would like to chime in on this episode whether that is a credible and actual threat.
Balance personal rights with social duties. Like, why do people they let you believe like the Georgia Guidestones are like the WEF's agenda? Like, I wish the WEF had this agenda.
Do you know, I'm thinking about that Georgia Guidestone bit and that there, and I was just thinking, who else said, like, balance personal freedoms with national responsibility? Adolf Hitler.
Prize truth, beauty, love, seeking harmony with the infinite. Well, that is a bit hippy-dippy.
That sounds a bit fascistic, if you ask me.
Yeah, and Be not a cancer on the earth. Leave room for nature. Leave room for nature. They do actually say that twice. They say that twice.
Cringe.
Yeah.
Imagine, right? You got like these stone slabs, right, and you repeat it in English, Welsh, Swahili, and Hindi, because you think that's going to be like the 4 languages of the future, and you go, you know what? We've still got a few inches free of room here. What shall we do with it? Write another law? Do something else?
Does anybody know any hippy dippy hallmark shit?
Yeah, just repeat the same statement twice, which was the fashion at the time. Because if I may bring your mind, you see, back in the late 80s...
When was it put in? Do you know when it was put in?
Well, I was going to say, back in the late 80s and early 90s, when the Georgia Guidestones was erected, there was this cartoon show called The Simpsons.
1980. 1980, so... before the
Yeah, so you see, back in the late 80s, early 90s, there was this cartoon show called The Simpsons, which was a situational comedy, and unfortunately it finished after 10 seasons, which to me seems a bit sad, really, because I thought it was quite good, and I think they had like some room to do a bit more. Anyway, in The Simpsons...
OG, hold on one sec. OG says, when does digital ID go into effect? It probably won't even be anywhere close to being brought in until the end of this parliament, from what I've read.
Well, do we want to talk about the letter I drafted to my MP, or shall we wait for another time on that one?
Oh, you can do if you want. It's Friday night. It's Friday night. Let's just roll with it.
Yeah, I'll give the gist of it, right? But I wrote to my MP.
Well, when speaking about Oasis, we're more roll with it than don't look back with anger. Don't look back in anger.
Yeah. So even though I'm an ex-resident residing in Liechtenstein, I've still got an MP I can vote for, and so I wrote to them and I said, look, in light of the recent heinous attacks in Manchester, I think we need to do something. I'm reluctantly forced to agree that we need to tighten our border controls. Yes. And however, the digital ID will take time and money to implement, which we just do not have at the moment. I have a proposal. And then I went on to list my proposal saying, like, look, if they don't have a passport, you detain them for everybody's safety, and then you coordinate with their host country to get them back and deport them. And the other part of this is, if they don't enter the country via legal sea, air, or train port, and I think, because I thought if I just say port, that might not include the other ones. Be explicit about this, because you can enter England via train as well.
You want border controls? Oh, next stop, cattle cars. I'm a bright Hobbit.
Well, so I wrote to the MP and said, look, if somebody's not entering the country via a legal port, then they should be detained as a criminal. I believe the law already exists and it's called trespass, and that can be adapted for this. And I almost sort of, I didn't write in, but I was very tempted to say, you can pass this on idea to the Chancellor as your own idea, take all the credit for it. I'm not here to. I always wanted to say this bit, like, look, you can take the idea, you can take all the credit for it. I'm not interested in any recognition. I just want something done so that, you know, our poor affected minorities don't have to suffer this in the future. Because we here condemn the heinous attacks at Manchester that happened yesterday. So I hope my MP will see that expediency is better than, because I know my MP's got well, okay, I didn't want to mention the gender. I didn't want to assume his gender, but Mr. MP, I said that in more or less words that he wants digital ID. So I said, look, I know you got your heart set on it, but I think expediency is better than any ideology here, and really we should do something about the borders now rather than later. So yeah, you know, I look, some of you, and myself included, might be a bit cynical about writing to your MPs, but I think if you don't write piece now, then when? This is pretty much like the only time I think it's you can write to them. Yeah.
So what do you want to talk about? Oh, you wanted to talk about your favourite subject again, didn't you?
Oh yes, Free Eye Atlas. So, it's moving under its own steam. Am I right in that? I'm making that claim, but I'm not sure.
Where's that website? I bet.
Oh, what, the Track Free Eye Atlas website? Yeah. Did I post a link to it somewhere?
You may have done.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to type on the search engine, where is Free Eye Atlas now? Question.
Oh, it's atlascomet.com.
Mark. Oh, here we go. It's atlascomet.com.
Is it the Tood tracker?
You just said that, didn't you? Yeah. Welcome to the Free Eye Atlas Interstellar Comet Tracker. They're calling it a comet. Currently, Free Eye Atlas is, I think, is that the closest? I think it's the closest it's going to get to Mars right about now. And then, like in a few days' time, it's going to be as close as it's going to get to Mercury. Oh, I see, because Mercury's there. This doesn't really help if you're a radio audience.
Oh, I should put it up for the watchers.
Yeah, but if you're just listening to us and you're not getting the benefit of the multimedia experience that is the Fortean Words.
So where's it going,
podcast.
top to bottom?
So it's coming in towards Mars. It's flying past Mars now. So it came in
past Jupiter, past us.
No. It's going towards Jupiter. So next year.
First.
Yeah. So it came out from the solar system. It's flying in past Mercury. It will get somewhere between. No, sorry. It gets past Mars. It will, at its closest point to the sun, be roughly about 2/3 of the distance between Mars and Earth, if you look at their orbital bands. And then it will be flying out towards Jupiter, and it will be making a close flyby. And but again, this could be subject to change, because I heard somewhere, and probably NASA and other places will deny it or just say, oh, they hadn't correctly plotted its trajectory to begin. Yes, so NASA will probably deny it and say, oh, well, we just, we're idiots and we don't know how to accurately put trajectories up for stellar objects. And that's why it's going on the new vector, when previously we said it was going to follow this path. It's actually now going on the different path. So, it's just because we're stupid at NASA and we don't know anything about astrophysics. And that's why it's going a different path to what we predicted it was going to do. But yeah, so it's all subject to change, and the sun's been interesting. Lots and lots of sunspots. So we're out of that solar minimum period. We've got plenty of sunspots again, and yeah. So that's the Free Eye Atlas update for this week.
Oh, so I found a letter. This while we're on space. Do you want to? I've got a letter from the Fortean Times.
Oh, yes.
Saying UAP. It's high time that we settle on an acceptable way to say UAP, now that it's the accepted nomenclature for airborne flying weirdness. UFO.
Citation needed.
UFO was sonically satisfying, whether you said the letters individually or made a phonetic word out of it. It has wonderful finality in the O, and the phonetic variation of UFO adds a layer of menace.
Second.
Appropriate, Jonan.
Yeah, so just to chat, OG Snake Eyes. Currently, it's not visible in the naked eye. Observatories in the southern hemisphere have been doing it, but I believe amateur astronomers with their telescopes can see it as well. And it's got a bright green glow to it, which they according to the gas spectrometry, is caused by cyanide off-gassing in the coma. No idea how cyanide gets in there, but that's what they sort of causes the green glow. Anyway, back to UFO
be fair,
versus
OG being one of our American listeners, he'd probably do better than us because we're like never that far from a bit of light pollution, aren't we? Where he'd probably have to get out in the middle of nowhere and have a look.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few, but they're like the Scottish Highlands, the moors in Dartmoor, and a few other places.
So we've got to UFO. UFO adds a layer of menace appropriate to the more threatening scenarios surrounding the alien intent. UAP, however, has a less appealing sequence. Saying the letters UAP has an invertent ape sound if you rush it. Then we say the individual letters with deliberation and we end up with an emphasised P. A phonetic pronunciation is to me also fraught with uncertainty. Is it UAP, UAP, or is it the UA pronunciation from guacamole? So that's WAP?
Guac.
WAP? No, you take the G off. It's just the UA part, so it's WAP.
I'm trying to think what goa without the G sounds like.
Guacamole.
So
Guacamole says the wah sound.
So it's just wah. So it's wah.
Wah, 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 big old burgers. Wah, 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 get some chips.
Wet ass UFOs.
Yeah. Wah, wah, wet ass UFOs. All our
it's
sounds...
a wonderful UFO block.
Yeah. All our sounds that imply the facial impact of a thrown custard pie. But perhaps appropriate shape-wise. Thoughts about this out in the world, says William Hohauser from New York. So he wrote that to the... he spent all the time to write that out.
So, some people may disagree with this, but I always thought Cardi B got the pronunciation spot on with her song "Wet Ass UFO."
UAP, UAP.
What? Yeah, UAPs.
UAP.
Yeah, she knows what UAP stands for.
Yeah. Wet ass.
And she
aliens.
Yeah, she did a song all about it and did a dancing, and they did dancing in the swimming pool, which is only like 1 foot deep, which is and if you come here into the kitchen, you'll find indeed it is full of wet ass UFOs.
What else we got?
I thought that song was very educational.
I'll tell you, I don't think I've ever done this from here. Do you want to do the strange death section?
Oh yeah. Hang on. Did I remember a strange death like this week? I'm sure I heard of something.
There was a bit of a strange death yesterday, weren't there?
Well, a bit of a strange double fatality.
A bit of an oopsie. Oopsie.
Could that have been prevented if we had digital ID?
Definitely, without a doubt.
Would the bullet have stopped in its flight path and said, well, that person's got a valid digital ID?
Well, it would have been like, oh shit, what's that thing where they have the electronic guns but they don't fire when they look at... Oh, Westworld. Do you remember the old 70s Yul Brynner Westworld? When you point the gun at people, it doesn't fire. So when you point the gun at someone who's got a digital ID card...
Positive social credit.
Yeah, positive social credit, yeah.
Yeah. Whereas you've got negative social credit, then it goes full auto.
But I do find it weird. Very similar to Southport. Very different outcomes. With the Manchester attack, they definitely had to. There was no chance that little fella was living, was there? Whereas Ruda Kanubu had to be caught and he had to go to trial above all else.
Well, I was hoping they could share a prison cell and reflect on the era of
have a whale of a time napalming guards. It's all good fun, isn't it?
Well, I was going to say they could reflect on the error of their ways while social workers liaise with them.
Yeah.
But it won't be now because he was unlawfully executed.
Yeah, he was taken from us too soon. I mean, who would have thought someone called Jihadi would have done something like that? I couldn't have. I don't think I could have foreseen it. You can't really blame
I think the Metropolitan Police said no. people have got the misconception.
It'd be the GMP, wouldn't it? Because it was Manchester.
Right, but yeah, last year I think it was the Metropolitan Police said, look, people have idea about what the word jihad means, and it means to make a sacred pilgrimage. So
yeah,
I think the guy was confused because you see, a sacred pilgrimage shouldn't be to, well, for a start, he's not one of them, so he shouldn't have been going to. He shouldn't have been going. No, he shouldn't have been going to the synagogue, and I'm pretty sure. Like when you're on a sacred pilgrimage, and I think the Metropolitan Police would agree with me.
Did he go to the synagogue thinking he was going to a mosque, and he got really irate about going to the wrong place? He was really disappointed in himself.
Well, you know, maybe they escalated the situation. I'm not there, I can't say, but I think the Metropolitan Police would agree with me here.
I really don't believe people who go to synagogue escalate situations, Hobbit. I just don't think it happens.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. It's unlikely, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But I'm referring to the Metropolitan Police here. I think they'd agree with me saying that if you're going on a sacred pilgrimage, which is what they say jihad means, I don't think you're supposed to start stabbing people. But again, I'm culturally ignorant on the practices of people called jihad as they go about their religious business. So I might be wrong on this one. I don't know. I'm sorry. I profess ignorance about this. It's been a long time since I did RA, which is religious education to those not in the know.
Oh, no, I think you got it wrong, Hobbit, because according to Wikipedia, jihad is an Arabic word that means exerting or striving or struggling. So I suppose he was struggling with going to the wrong place, wasn't he?
Yeah, and then he had a struggle with a knife, and unfortunately the knife ended up in the neck of somebody that doesn't share his sincerely held belief, and a jihad was held. But unfortunately, I believe this was the definition of jihad which the Metropolitan Police told me is the public
I think I understand
about.
it now. So jihad is classified into inner, which is a greater jihad, which involves struggle against one's own passions and impulses, and an outer, which is a lesser jihad. So that's the little jihad. That's the jihad that nobody worries about, which is further subdivided into jihad of the pen or the tongue, which is debate or persuasion, and jihad of the sword, which is warfare. But obviously that's the lesser jihad.
I believe the French call an orgasm the lesser jihad.
The word jihad appears frequently in the Quran, referring to both religious and spiritual struggle. So there you go. It's just a spiritual struggle. That's all it is, mate.
Well, he wanted to pray at the mosque, and then they said, well, we don't do that here. And then he had a lesser jihad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean...
about that, Hobbit.
Yeah, well, yeah, again, I may be misquoting the Metropolitan Police, but I'm pretty sure they educated the public what jihad really means.
Yeah.
So, thoughts and prayers.
Don't look back in that. I do believe all the Jewish people should not look back in anger.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I believe, what's his name? Liam Gallagher from Oasis said it best. Don't look back in anger. I heard you say. See? He's literally took the words right out of my mouth.
So the Metropolitan Police actually said, the word jihad has a number of meanings, but we know the public will most commonly associate it with terrorism. We have specialist counter-terrorism officers here in the operations room who have particular knowledge in this area. They have assessed the video filmed at his but to hear protest in central London today, and they've not identified any offences arising from that specific clip. However, recognising the way language like this will be interpreted by the public and the divisive impact it will have, officers have identified the man involved and will be speaking to him shortly to discourage any repeat of similar chanting.
Yeah, but like, how can they discourage him from repeat offences if his name's Jihad?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you can't compel his speech. You can't just say, "Look, you've got to change your name."
Look,
or else.
you can't call yourself that anymore, pal.
Yeah, so UK's counter-terrorism police named Manchester synagogue attacker as Jihad al-Shami? Shami? It's like that UAP thing. I don't know how to pronounce it. SHAM, so that's Sham, and then IE. So Jihad al-Shami, a 35-year-old UK citizen. Oh, you see, it's just as UK as you or I.
Yeah.
Of Syrian descent. Well, I don't know why they need to.
His name literally translates to Syrian.
What shaming means Syrian, does it? I didn't.
Yeah, apparently it does.
That.
Yeah.
But I don't know why they'd attack that bit on at the end of Syrian descent. I mean, look, guys, aren't we supposed to see beyond race? I think this is divisive rhetoric from counter-terrorism police. Like, you shouldn't be like making a distinction about where his descent is from.
I'm looking for this Adolf Hitler wins election. Namibia. Right, I found it finally. I've shown I can't find. We need to find the pigeon version of it, but I can't at the minute. So,
that's Nigeria mostly.
Namibia. Man named after Adolf Hitler wins local election. I don't know what his name is, but he's named after Adolf Hitler. Yeah.
Yep.
He usually calls himself Adolf Unona and insists he has no plans for world domination. What a wacky guy. A Namibian fourth time now. Adolf Hitler Unona was elected last week as councillor for the Ompunja constituency. In an interview with the German newspaper Bild, he insisted he had nothing to do with Nazi ideology.
Now, you say he's Namibian, right? Is he got plans to annex Botswana or Angola?
Well, he says that, no. Adolf, like other Germanic first names, is not uncommon in the country, which was once a German colony. He was elected for the ruling SWAPO party, which led the campaign against colonial and white minority rule. As a child, I saw it as a totally normal name, said Mr. Unmona, who won his seat with 85% of the vote.
Have you seen the border, the Namibian border?
No.
It's weird, right? So it's mostly a block, and to the south of it is South Africa. To the east is Botswana and Angola. However, if you look at the map, really there should be clearly Botswana and Zambia should be touching one another, but no, there's this like a peninsula that goes between Angola and Botswana. That is Namibian territory, and there's one road that goes between it, and then the border, when you go all the way to the east of the nation, is on this river. So you've got is that Angola to the north?
Didn't they go through that on Top Gear?
I think
is that the one they built the rafts to go over?
I believe that was in West Africa, so that might have been Gabon or the Ivory Coast. But no, so it's this river, and you've got Zambia to the north, you've got Angola to the north, you've got Botswana to the south, and then Zimbabwe.
I'll put the image in here, and then
just
I'm going to put it up on screen as well. That's isn't it?
No, actually, sorry, no. Namibia does not have a border with Zimbabwe. Yeah, there's a space of about 50 yards.
South Africa.
Where there's this road, and that's Botswanan territory. So there's this bridge that goes between Botswana and Zambia.
The Caprivi strip.
Yeah, and then you got the Kazungula Bridge. So what does Mr. named after Adolf Hitler have to say about the Kazungula Bridge?
Hold on a sec. Where was I?
Oh, sorry, it's the Kazungula Bridge.
Where? I've lost the fucking.
I'm sorry, my
that's what I was reading.
My Botswanan is a bit rusty.
So it wasn't until I was grown up that I realised this man wanted to subjugate the whole world. He said, adding, "I have nothing to do with any of these things." Mr. Onona says his wife calls him Adolf, and he goes by the name in public and has no plans to change it. Between 1884 and 1915, Namibia was part of a German territory called German Southwest Africa. Have you ever heard of this, Hobbit?
Yeah, I have.
The German Empire killed thousands of people during a 1904 to 08 revolt by local Nama, Herero and Sam people in what some historians called the Forgotten Genocide. Earlier this year, Namibia turned down a $10 million offer by Germany for reparations, saying it would continue to negotiate for a revised offer. After World War I, Namibia came under South African control and gained independence in 1990, but it still has many German name towns and a small German-speaking community. The centre-left SWAPO party arose from Namibia's independence movement and has ruled the country since 1990, but support for the party has fallen following bribery allegations in Africa, Hobbit.
I'm actually quite surprised about that.
Preposterous.
I also want you to know, just on the border between Botswana, Angola, Zambia, and Namibia, you've got the what's this airport called again? It's next to the Kazunga Bridge. Yeah, it's the Kasanane Airport, BBK.
Oh, shit, why am I seeing this now? This fucking story's from 2020.
Well,
I had speed read on. I didn't know about it. Speed read on. I didn't know about it.
No, wait. Look, hey, it's news to me and it's news to you, right?
Yeah.
So the Cat Privy strip. Thank you very much for showing that there, so we can all see it. But
if you look at seen Soros Jr.
Kasane Airport.
Oh, go on then. After you, when you finished of it.
If you look at Kasane Airport, you see right in the airport itself, there's Hertz Rent-A-Car.
Yeah.
But then because again that Hertz, that's a German company, right? And then right on the outskirts of it, you've got Kasaneni Car Rentals.
Oh,
it's got 3 reviews. Apparently, they're not very good. It says this website doesn't work and they don't answer the WhatsApp messages. And then 2 other people were 5 stars, but I think they work at them. So Hertz Car Rental, meanwhile, has got very good reviews. So I think this is just more German bias, if you ask me.
Have you seen Soros Jr. won Moldova's elections? I mean, his puppet won. Obviously, his puppet won Moldova's elections.
Free and fair democratic elections in Moldova.
Well, according, I mean, according to Willem Minj Conning, apparently that's his name. No, he didn't win. He didn't win. He just bought and corrupted it together with his corrupt clown Van der Leyen. Oh dear, well, that's strong stuff.
I'm looking at the menu that you can have at sky dining in this airport in Namibia.
Yeah,
we've got a Mexican pizza, which is green, yellow, red pepper, red onion, cherry tomatoes. You've got a chicken and mushroom. It's just a chicken and mushroom, which is chicken breasts, mushroom, onion, tomatoes. Then you have margarita pizza.
I haven't got all the directions down.
Oh, right, yeah. So this is sky dining at Kasane Airport, which is, what's that small lettering says there? Established 2025. Was that 2025?
Some sort of WEF puppet they're talking about as well, but it's in foreign, so I don't understand what they're saying. He looks like Michael Gove.
Oh, is this in Moldova?
Yeah, they said next. I don't know who he is, but he looks like Michael Gove.
I'm still got my heart set on this deep investigative, because you see, the thing is, people don't really talk about the stuff that's available at Kasane Airport.
Yeah,
and I think this could be the next great tourist destination. So, if you want to get right onto the eastern bit of the Cap Privy Strip, then you can go to Kasane Airport, where you can have your chicken and mushroom, or you can have a margarita pizza, which is fresh tomato sauce, creamy mozzarella cheese, and basil as the toppings, or BBQ chicken pizza, which is BBQ sauce, grilled chicken and onion. They also do wings.
Hold on, just stop saying it. Stop saying it's a quick Hobbit. I can't keep up with all these ingredients they're using.
Yeah, well, so just for the audience again, get your mouth around this. It only costs 160 of the local currency, which is a p.
Oh, is
BBQ
that
chicken pizza,
daughter that
which
got
is
voted in Moldova then?
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Where's Von? I assume Von der Leyen is a Dutch name, but she might be Flemish.
Yeah. That's I'll just put it in here. That's the new Moldovan PM. And her name's Von... Well, that geezer called her Von der Leyen, so I assume her name's Von der Leyen.
They also sell wings and 400 grams of ribs, and
400 grams, is that a lot?
Well, it's 400 grams worth, so it's almost a pound of ribs, and that's 165 in the local currency. But they're open daily from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. and they got a contact number as well. So yeah, that's the Sky Dining Cafe at Castle. Good reviews apparently. Yeah. People said I ate here. It was all right. And I said that this is the only food you can eat within 200 kilometers. So yeah.
OG says, can you stop talking about food? He's in the middle of a fast.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were practicing your Yom Kippur fasting.
Yeah, Yom Kippur. We had a look at like Yom Kippur, didn't we? And it turns out that it's just New Year's resolutions, and it's like the holiest fucking time of the year.
Well, you see, what you can also do, right, is now in the traditional Jewish faith, you can because scapegoats are used, but you can also use a sin chicken as a scapegoat, where when you rotate the chicken over your head, it absorbs all your sins. Like you know the Dark Crystal, where the Gelfs get their soul sucked out through their eyes, and then the Skeksis breathe it in.
Yeah.
So if you imagine the chicken's like the Skeksis, and it's sucking in the sins through the top of.
Well, if you've ever seen the film Thinner,
head.
where a bloke gets, it's just based on a Stephen King book. Guy gets cursed by a gypsy, so he gets the curse put into a pie. So it's like it's the sin cherry pie.
Yeah. So the sins are then carried into the chicken, and then it can be a scapegoat. So rather than you having the sins, the chicken now has the sin. However, in some of the more progressive Judaism sects, rather than swinging the chicken over your head, you can take a $20 bill, because you know that's God's going rate for sins. You swing that over your head, and I suppose then you put it in your wallet, and then you've got your sinful $20 bill. I imagine local currencies can be so 20 euros or 20 pounds, what have you, or 20 Liechtenstein shillings if you're in Liechtenstein and it's time to atone for your sins at Yom Kippur.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Sad news. But Hyacinth Bucket's dead, isn't she?
Yeah, that is true. It pronounced bouquet.
That's
yes,
pretty
indeed.
For women's comedy. That used to be pretty funny. It did make me giggle.
Jojo Gizmo says, I thought Yom Kippur was a Birmingham fish shop. Well, they did invent it, so we could find Yom Kippur fish and chips.
Oh.
But
David Furnish and did you know Cadbury's made a dairy milk chocolate Elton John at Madame Tussauds?
No, but I do know that there is. Now, personally, I think this is a bit homophobic of Marmite, but there is officially licensed Elton John Marmite. And I think that what they're trying to imply there is he is somebody that extracts minerals from the ground. But in this case, it's Marmite.
Yeah.
He is a miner of Marmite, one could say, which, I'm not sure why Marmite are trying to do this homophobic slur against Elton John, but there you have it. They've put his face on the pots of Marmite now. So now, whenever I tuck into some Marmite on toast, I will be thinking of Elton John.
Oh, actually, Hobbit. Do you want to do, because it's Friday night and we're not really trying very hard, do you want to do the, this is from Lads Hour of Sargon's
I just want to say, right, that I'm still in mourning over the heinous attack, and that's why I think you should be writing to your MP saying we don't have time for.
I don't want to look back on anger. Look back in anger.
No. No, so thoughts and prayers will be going out there, but I am.
So I've put it in here. I'll put it up on screen now. Like, what's everybody's favourite? Do we agree with the Lads Hour tier list of good comedy?
I will be getting in touch with my. Let's have a look at this. Brass Eye, Only Fools and Horses. Yeah, I like those. Blackadder. I mean, I'd say it's probably B tier rather than S tier. Yeah. Red Dwarf, yeah, certainly. I'll put that in there. I didn't like Steve Coogan as Alan Partridge. I thought he far better. Do you know what much better role he's done? And I really do genuinely. I'm not saying this to be like controversial or anything. He did I think it was called Arthur Saxon, the Pest Exterminator.
It rings a bell, but I don't think I ever watched that one. Was it part of Coogan's run?
No, or maybe it is, but it's like Arthur Saxon is this other character he does, who's this pest exterminator, and he's got a bit of a stutter, and he's quick to temper, and I think he's a far more interesting character than Alan Partridge.
Yeah,
Harry and Paul. Yeah, that probably is.
Not the but Harry Enfield was the better, wasn't it? Better than Harry and Paul.
Do you know what I think is very sad in this? And I think it like. So I'm looking here. They've got A tier as the young ones, but I'm looking and I don't see
S tier. They've got Dad's Army as S tier and 2 Ronnies. Like they are good, solid comedy, but I wouldn't say they're that funny.
I mean, I like the 2 Ronnies. It is very good, but I put that in probably 8. Would I say the 2 Ronnies? Yeah, I would say the 2 Ronnies are funnier than Blackadder. I mean, I like Blackadder, but again, a lot of it is Stephen Fry saying "Willy bum tits buggery," and I don't find Stephen Fry that funny. I think my
problem with Blackadder is I watched it too much as watched it too many times as a teenager. Like League of Gentlemen is S tier, isn't it? Comedy.
Oh, League of Gentlemen is classified as horror now. It's not even classified as comedy. No, I saw the recent thing. I mean, In Sickness and in the Health.
Like
I'm sorry,
Show.
but
why would you have Peep Show? I wouldn't have Peep Show in there. I'd have It's That Mitchell and Webb look instead.
Yeah, Mitchell and Webb look is better than Peep Show. But what I find annoying about this is they have a bottom called Never Watched. Yeah. And I'm just like, well, look, if you've never watched Bottom, could you at least put Bottom there? Because I know, like, objectively, Bottom is the best ever comedy show ever released in Britain, ever. End of. Simple as.
Could you say the young ones is like you would just put them in with the young ones because you got young. But the thing is, though, if you do that, then Filthy Rich and Cat Flap is included, and that's not really that great, is it?
Yeah, and also the New Statesman, where do you put that? Because I didn't think that was that good. I mean, as much as I like Rick Mel.
I used to like that.
I mean, yeah, I like it too, but it kind of reminds me of Yes Minister, but played by Rick Mail.
Does Ricky Gervais really deserve to be in with that kind of...
No.
I don't think Ricky Gervais is funny, but he's not that... Like, how do you have Idiot Abroad above Men Behaving Badly?
Well, the other bit about that, which to me makes no sense, is they put Wallace and Gromit as A-tier comedy. And the thing is, have you seen A Grand Day Out? I wouldn't describe that as comedy. When I watched that as a child, sure, there's like funny bits, like where he's drilling into that board and then the drill gets stuck.
The real slapstick one is the one with the penguin, isn't it? Is that Grand Day Out?
I mean,
no, that's The Wrong Trousers, isn't it?
Yeah, The Wrong Trousers is a sequel. The Grand Day Out was the first one. And the thing is, when I watch Grand Day Out, it's like, yeah, okay, there's some funny bits in it, like when he's forgot the crackers. Yeah. So he's got a mad rush to get the crackers back before the rocket goes off. But it's a horror. They're being chased by this homicidal maniac robot on the moon who gets into the idea that he's going to go on the skiing holiday. So he wants to hijack the rocket so he can go to the...
Mr. Bean's F tier. It really is. It's not. I kind of thought Mr. Bean was all right, and I put up with it for a bit, and then he got a turkey stuck on his head, and that was it. Like I never watched it since. Just put it down, and never picked it up again.
I saw all of Mr. Bean because it's like, oh, it really is just that there's that little in it. But yeah, it's not that good. Like, I would say it's probably on par with Last of the Summer Wine. I mean,
you've got Shooting Stars and No Reeves and Mortimer. Like, it doesn't. The list doesn't even make sense. Like, you haven't even got the best shows done by the same people, have you?
Well, again, like for Never Watched, they could have put Nevermind the Buzzcocks, Bottom, Spaced. Yeah. Spaced isn't in that list.
Black Books. And look, I enjoyed. Black Books was all right. I wouldn't really put it on a one of my like people should watch it list.
Well, it's like, for example, I'm not going to debate where in the list Space should go, but that is certainly show, and it's British.
Yeah.
I believe one of the characters
in Game of Two Halves. You've obviously got the 80s Spitting Image, and you've got the current Spitting Image, and they're two different animals, aren't they?
Well, yeah, but you know, it's like Passover Coca-Cola, and then you've got Mexican Coca-Cola. You know, they're two different things.
Where's like it was Armstrong and Miller? They've done some good sketches.
Oh, you know, one of my favourite ones, right? It's a running joke, but he's got that person. Yes, right. There's one where they're on. I can't remember what the context is, but the punchline is he presses the intercom button and says, "There's the couple that come in just now. Et tu es là," which, as we all know, is French for kill them. Oh, and speaking of which, female comedy.
And the World War II pilots that speak in modern slang is quite funny as well.
Yeah. It's like, no, you see, I can't have powder.
Do you know what I said to him? And the Sergeant Major was all like that.
I would actually include. I've got some contenders for F-tier comedies here.
Yeah.
Right. So one of my contenders,
just because she's died, haven't they? I assume. Like Keeping Up Appearances is F-tier. There's like a tier of comedy that's like solid. Watch the odd episode, but it's not. It's good comedy, but it's not great.
Yeah, that's right, Earthling Carl. How is Father Ted not in S tier? You know, these Zoomers. I don't understand how they. I mean, the only thing, Earthling Carl's in our chat.
Okay.
The only thing I don't. Bowden. So is John. I was going to say.
I suspect I know who Jonathan Bowden is. I think it may be the same person as Earthling Carl.
Look, the thing is, I can say this right, and this is a truly Fortean occurrence.
Jojo Gizmo says, I thought Yom Kippur was a Birmingham fish shop.
Yeah. So as I was saying, right?
Yom Kippur.
Yeah, well, yes, it is, because as we all know, they invented battered fish. Now,
Interdimensional Lizard knows us. He said, "Where is the misadventures of Ramesh Ranganathan and Rob and his boyfriend?"
So here's the thing, right? I have got a list of F-tier candidates, right? But I would include in this, the idea that Father Ted's not S-tier.
Is C-tier.
I mean, it's not that good, but probably C-tier.
Never Watched. Like, that's the only place the Mighty Boosh can go is into Never Watched.
Well, in your case, because you've not watched it, but I have.
I took one look at that geezer, and I'm like, this is Jimmy Savile vibes.
Yeah, pretty much. But so here's a candidates for some F tier comedy, right? Miranda, and you see, here's the premise behind Miranda, right? Hello, I'm Miranda. I'm a 6'5". What? I'm a 6'5" woman. Isn't that awkward? And here's how I go through life awkwardly and with great embarrassment. And here's my little pixie girlfriend who occasionally comes into the shop to be whimsical. And I've got another F tier comedy program called. Have you ever seen Rona Cameron in the titular show Rona?
No, I can honestly say that goes into the Never Watched tier for me.
Right, it's the Never Watched tier for me, but I love the premise of the show. Right, so the premise of the show is Rona Cameron stars as a failing Scottish comedian who's struggling to make it big in the London comedy scene, and is it semi-autobiographical? Well, you see, I believe when someone said, "Write what you know," Rona Cameron took it to heart.
Mm.
There's
Boy, it's
probably
like, so
something.
you're missing stuff like, did you ever watch Chelmsford 123?
Interdimensional Lizard, I loved Bo Selector. I'd probably say that's A or B tier comedy.
By
What was the one
Selector.
you won about?
Chelmsford 123, did you ever watch that? With Rory...
No,
I can't remember what his name was. Oh, it was
Rory
great.
Bremner.
It was a sitcom. It was a sitcom about Roman-occupied Britain.
That sounds like something I'd. That almost sounds like a parody of one Claude Viz. To say one Claude Viz. Yeah.
Yeah. Chelmsford. I don't even know if you'd find it anywhere anymore. But Chelmsford 123 was good. That was quite funny, and it was like scrapes about trying to get away with stuff. It was kind of like Hello Hello, but transposed into but without the bawdiness, like more comedy. So it was kind of like it was like Hello Hello type shenanigans, but with under Roman rule. So there's that. There's a Naked Video, the sketch show that Mr. Baldy Man.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, Mr. Baldy. So who came out of that? So you had Mr. Baldy Man, you had Rabsy Nesbitt came out of that.
Well, I was going to say Naked Video is like a prototype YouTube before we had internet videos.
No, you're thinking of something else. Naked Video was a Scottish sketch show.
Oh, right, okay. Well, there was this thing, and it wasn't Tarrant on TV, but it was this like thing late at night.
Yeah, Clive James on TV, which then became Tarrant on TV. Obviously, the clips from Endurance.
Well, you see, there was this show. It was late at night on BBC Two, right? And what it was is viewers could send in their VHS camcorder recordings, and they played them. And there was this roster of like amateur.
So it's more like an intentional. You've been framed. Then is that what's more like?
It was more a case of people. I would say it was YouTube before YouTube, but people were using video recorders, and then they'd send their videos in the post to the BBC, and then they'd edit and put them together. And there was this one clip I seem to remember, which was a man, and he'd have his bare bottom on the screen, but horizontal, right? So his arse cheek is horizontal.
Did I actually put the list up? Oh yeah, I did put the list up.
And he would stick two googly eyes onto one of his arse cheeks, and then he'd draw like a goatee beard on the other one. But occasionally it was Mrs.
Big
Bottom.
Train or Blue Jam? Phoenix Nights should be on there somewhere.
Well, you see, Blue Jam is by Chris Morris, who did Brass Eye in the Day to Day.
Ah, right, okay then.
So I include them all sort of together. But this show, the one bit I really remember because I just thought,
how one that you like that I don't. Smack the Pony. Smack the Pony's not on there.
I do like Smack the Pony. So no, I believe it or not, I actually find some women funny. Again, I just Miranda's like, I'm incredibly awkward. Isn't that funny? And it's like, yes, I enjoy your one joke.
Yeah.
So
I enjoy watching you beat your one joke to death with a bit of 2B4 with a nail in it.
I sort of I laugh with her, if that makes sense. I'm not laughing at her.
Yeah.
Now, I was watching this show and with the Mr. Bottom in it. And I do remember there was one sketch. I think he got his girlfriend or wife to go, and then she was Mrs. Bottom. I was just like, how on earth can they put this? You didn't see like their arseholes or anything, or you know. So it was tasteful nudity, as Channel 4 would call it. But it's the fact is they're bare bottoms on the thing, and they'd like grab onto their hips to make the arse cheeks move and flap about whilst they were talking. And they'd just be like, you know, Creature Comforts, which that animator, the claymation guy that did Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah, because he started off with the interviews, didn't he?
Yeah, and the Creature Comforts is just very ordinary 1990s people talking about their lives. And Mr. and Mrs. Bottom would just be like Creature Comforts, except instead of being claymation, it was just flappy arse cheeks. And this show on BBC Two, and I'm not imagining it. It might have been Channel 4, but I'm pretty sure it's late at night on BBC Two.
Drop the Dead Donkey. Did you ever watch that? I'm just having a look at Channel 4 comedy.
I think that was a Rory Bremner thing, and I never saw it, but I did remember it, and it's like I never got round to recording it because my dad was like taping things at the time. We only had one video
I assume it's scripted comedy show, so you wouldn't count many of the panels. Like some of the panel shows used to be good, didn't they?
I mean, the panel shows are sort of scripted. They just make it look
I know
like...
he's an insufferable tosspot, but what about Trigger Happy TV? That did used to be funny.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that is a comedy show. Yeah. It wasn't my cup of tea, but you know, people had memorable catchphrases like
on All 4.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, Vic
do they have the yeah?
Balls of Steel? I never watched that, but some people say that was good.
I don't. Well, I mean, was it about pinball or Duke Nukem?
No, I think it was a bit like they got people to do silly things. Oh, Bonsai, Mr. Shaky.
Oh, Banzai.
Yeah,
Banzai is brilliant. Yeah, I love Banzai. That was a great show. But I mean, here's another one, right? And
Adam and Joe. I used to like Adam and Joe when they did the Star Wars figures, but the Star Wars figures doing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and stuff like that. Did you ever used to watch that?
When my cousin came over to England, and we were teens
Hobbit,
at
you can
the
watch
time.
Chelmsford 1, 2, 3 on All 4.
So we were watching the Adam and Joe show together, and they had this sketch about spooning in bed and how to correctly be with your partner in bed, and saying that you can't put your arm underneath the head because eventually it's going to go dead and it'll be uncomfortable. And then my cousin sort of turned around to me. He's still learning English at the time, and he said to me, "No, I'm not sure if I can translate this in YouTube because they might see it as a homophobic slur." But he said to me, "Are they pederasts?" And I'm like, "No, they're thespians." Just, you know, there's a distinction. Because I was just like,
"Oh shit!" Rosie Jones has got a TV show. Like, why is that not on there?
Well, this is the thing. There's another female comedian, and she had a number of sketches. One of them was she was a disruptive pupil in school, and she would do this thing of saying, "Look at my face, am I bothered?" Now, one sketch I remember because my sister...
Catherine Tate actually deserves to be on there. She was funny.
Yeah. Well, she used to do this bit about duck and chips on a Sunday. Like, they always have their duck and chips, and people interrupting them when they're eating their Sunday.
I used to like the one. What am I like? That one. Do you remember that show?
I like the granny was like when she'd be mildly annoyed by someone, and when they're out of earshot, she'd say, "The fucking liberty of it."
Oh yeah, that's Nan, isn't it? The fucking what a fucking liberty.
But my favourite sketch of it, because I thought, okay, you are being clever now, is so she's in school, she's being disruptive, and the teachers are like, Vicky, or whatever your name is, are you actually paying any attention? And then eventually she says to the French teacher, "Regardez mon visage, look at my face.
Yeah.
Dis-moi, tell me, est-ce que je suis perturbed? Am I disturbed? Am I bothered? Est-ce que je suis perturbed? Non, regarde-moi. Est-ce que je suis... Dis-moi, est-ce que je suis perturbed? Regarde mon visage." And I like the fact that, you know, she's completely nonchalant and not interested in any of the school activity, but she's just very fluently telling off the teacher and say to him, "Am I bothered?"
I just realised I didn't see Smack the Pony on here. I would have thought I'd seen that one. That was true.
No. Again, it's just like, I mean, look, clearly they got some historical appreciation because they put Monty Python and Mothers Do Have Them, but they haven't got My Name Is My Name Is Harry Smith. Right. So around about the same time as the Life and Times of Leonard Rossiter, there was this other
Reginald
really nice. Yeah, that's it. Oh, he's played by Leonard Rossiter. That's I get the names mixed up.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, I'll say this here, right? But I find it very easy to get mixed up the Steve Coogan and Alan Partridge because
obviously, why isn't QI on there?
Is no, Willie Bumfarts. Right. Okay. So here it is, right, and all of the episodes are available on YouTube. You can watch them right now, but I suggest you don't.
Yeah.
So I'll just copy the URL into the chat here, right? And it's a brilliant introduction. It's Thames TV, and this is the first episode. It's called "My Name is Harry Worth," and you see, it is a masterclass in miscommunication, and it's so the writing in it is absolutely genius.
Also, Hobbit. Why is there no Alexei Sale in that list?
Well, again, you know, I just think to myself, like, there's so many like shows which they could have put in, and at the very least, right, if they're doing this, they could do what we're doing.
Why the fuck isn't the not the 9 o'clock news
again? Like, you know, considering they're a bit more professional about it than we are, they could have done what we're doing now, which is just going off a list of comedies. Now,
yeah, but
the
problem is it's mostly Zoomers, and their knowledge of stuff is like a mile wide and an inch deep, isn't it?
But again, it's just the fact that they got some others do have them, which I've never watched, and the Monty,
that was
the Flying
good.
Circus.
I think you'd appreciate some others do have them, because Michael Crawford used to do his own stunts.
I tell you a show I did like, even though it wasn't really that good, was Are You Being Served?
Oh, if you want to watch if you want to watch Big Train Interdimensional, it's on the BBC iPlayer.
But Are You Being Served had a very young. She was Arthur Fowler's wife in EastEnders. I'm trying to remember the actress. Wendy
Richards.
Davis.
Wendy
Richards. Why did I think she was Wendy Davis? But
about,
yeah, you can see a very.
Did you ever watch a bit of Fry and Laurie?
Oh, I'll tell you what. Yeah, I did, and didn't think much of it. I tell you what, right. So
the only thing I did like when they'd mention something new and they'd go photocopiers, bollocks more like, and I just did that. They tickled me. That sketch did. What about Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, like comedy?
Well, is it a sitcom or is it like a adventure? Is it? Well, then again, because the Red Dwarf's a sci-fi.
I was going to say you'd have to count Red Dwarf out.
Yeah. So I want to just say, look, Patsy Kensit, Wendy Richards. I tell you what, she is more. I think she's better looking than Barbara Windsor. I know everyone's saying, "Oh, how attractive Barbara Windsor was," but I'm looking at Patsy Kensit and Are You Being Served, and Barbara Windsor in the Carry On films. And I got to say,
what about Charlie Brooker? Charlie Brooker used to be funny with his Charlie
but was that a sitcom or was that more? Well, you see, is Brass Eye a sitcom?
Exactly, it's not, is it? So I don't know. Are they going? Well, Speaking Images in a sitcom, it's a sketch show. Mighty Boosh is a sketch show.
The Mighty.
So it's just general comedies. I don't think they've been specific enough. I think they've been too scattershot with the way they've done it.
Yeah, because if we're talking about comedy shows, you have to put "Have I Got News for You" in there. And look, I know people take the piss out of it or whatever, but if you've never seen the Brian Blessed or William Shatner episodes of "Have I Got News for You,"
Dave Gorman,
you need to.
I'm Dave Gorman was quite funny, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, that was right. So Dave Gorman has turned PowerPoint presentations into comedy, and that is autistic genius.
Yeah,
his very first one was called "I Am David Gorman."
Yeah, and he went around and found all the Dave Gormans, didn't he?
And he had the very important statistic of miles per David Gorman. Because he's traveling across like the country, and he occasionally goes to France because there's David Gorman there.
Yeah.
And he's just going like miles per David Gorman, and he's talking about the sweet spot, because you don't want to like be so like chock-a-block that your neighbours are David Gorman, but at the same time you don't want to be so rare. So when you say your name's David Gorman, people look at you going like, "Oh, I've never heard that name before." So you want to keep it in the Goldilocks zone of where the name isn't rare, but it isn't commonplace. So
and then he did his was it Dave Gorman's Google Whack? Google Whack was another one he did, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was it. Because and I think he's done a few things since then, but I really did appreciate My Name is David Gorman.
Yeah.
And the challenge was to find 52 other David Gormans for every card in the pack, not including the Jokers.
Oh, shit. How could I have forgotten Hobbit? Edinburgh Nights with Nish Kumar. I think that's the first time anyone's ever laughed at Nish Kumar, isn't it? I think that might be the first.
Well, you know that what they said is when I grow up, I want to be a comedian. They all laughed at me then, but they're not laughing at me now.
Yeah.
So I would have to put that in the category of never watched.
Fist of Fun, with Mr. Tony Blair.
I did like Fist of Fun, Lee Perry and Reginald D. Hunter. No, Stuart Lee.
Stuart Lee.
Why do I get him mixed up with Reginald D. Hunter?
The Stuart Lee. The Stuart Lee. You know the Stuart Lee?
You know the Stuart Lee. You know the Stuart Lee.
You know the Stuart Lee? Always banging on about Brexit. You know the Stuart Lee?
You know Stuart Lee, where he makes a joke and he milks it to death, and it's funny because he says it over and over again. The Stuart Lee,
and then he leaves it for 20 minutes, and then he comes back to it at the end. You know the Stuart Lee.
You know, he tells you a joke and he sees people aren't laughing anymore, so he lets it go. And then 20 minutes later, he brings the joke back to like, do you remember that joke I did? Do you remember how we all laughed at it the first 5 times I said it? Do you remember that joke, the Stuart Lee?
You remember
he goes up and down the stage.
You remember the rappers?
Do you remember? You know Stuart Lee occasionally where he turns to the camera to address the audience at home? The Stuart Lee. You know the Stuart Lee where he makes an impassioned, sincere speech. The Stuart Lee.
How did we forget this one, Hobbit? The Fast Show.
Stuart
Why
Lee.
is the Fast Show not on there?
Is the Fast Show not on there?
No.
No, it's up there at the top, isn't it? Oh no, it's not. That's just Harry and Paul.
There's no Fast Show on there. None at all.
I just find
put some knickers on, love, and make me a cup of tea.
How can the list of shows be like this short? How many were on the panel? Was it just the 2 of them?
Oh well, let's get the X post up again. Wrong one.
Those interdimensional lizards.
So he's only added. So it was Josh. So it was Josh, Lucas, Sargon, History Bro, and Nick Dixon.
So that's 5 on the panel. And yeah, interdimensional lizards. Well, Hemmy's just answered your question.
I would have thought Bo Dade would have come up with some better stuff than that.
But as interdimensional lizard just asked, yeah, Sargon was consulted on this. He was on the panel.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm guessing they were just like, right, you've got 30 seconds to list your favourite comedies. Go.
Yeah.
It must have been.
No, they must have had 3 hours and don't pick any good ones.
Actually, you know what? Have they got like a Lotus Eaters official? Because look, even your dog's upset at the lack of bottom on it. Because I tell you what, that was comedy for dogs as well. Do you know whenever they go into the pub and the dogs start barking at them?
Yeah.
So let me just find Lotus Eaters.
Barking while you try to do your show. The dogs.
You know the dogs, they start barking for no good reason whatsoever. The dogs.
They hit. They are. Gorman. I've never watched that one. I'm going through the goodies. The goodies could have been on there if you wanted to be a bit pretentious.
Yeah, I mean the goodies had some fun. I mean, Spike Milligan was on there as our favourite.
2 pints of lager. I don't know if you ever watched 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps.
I remember there was this parody of it called Bumming Off. And we were talking about this show that wasn't very funny, and it carried on for like 10 seasons. And Bumming Off is basically 2 packets of lager and a pint of crisps. Other way round. 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps. Why do I do those spooners?
Harry Hill. There's like Harry Hill's like regular comedy show. You've got Harry Hill's TV burp, which was fucking hilarious.
Harry Hill's
to this day,
Channel 4 show.
When anyone ever says cataracts, it always makes me think of that. Did you ever remember the one we did? Cataracts. Did you ever see that one?
No, I don't. But the thing is, I got to say this, right? Harry Hill, when he was on Channel 4, much funnier than when he was on ITV.
Yeah. Because
do you remember Bert Kwok used to be on this show?
Yeah.
And then
he used to do the Badger Parade at the end.
Well, I was going to say he'd interrupt Harry and say, "Harry, sorry to interrupt your show, but when are we going to have the Badger Parade?"
Did you? That was when Al Murray used to be funny and not a fucking dickhead who had disappeared up his own arsehole.
Well, you know, that was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, I believe.
I'm not sure about Inside Number 9. It's in the comedy section, but I'm not entirely sure it's comedy.
Again, Inside Number 9 is more horror or drama than it is comedy. I mean, there are some bits in it. Right, Inside Number 9 makes me laugh in the same way that Life makes me laugh. It's kind of gallows humour.
Oh, fucking hell, John Sessions. Jesus, that's the name from the past, isn't it? Do you remember John Sessions? He was always on... Whose Line Is It Anyway? Whose Line Is It Anyway is not on there. Kevin Turvey?
Oh, never fear, Turvey's here.
Yeah. Kumar's at number 42. Classic comedy.
I really liked in that show, Goodness Gracious Me, where they make the 6 million rupee man.
And it was so funny when they went to the restaurant and asked for it as bland as possible. Do you remember that? That was
what's the blandest thing on the menu? Well, the scampi's particularly bland. Then I'll have the scampi extra bland.
Yeah.
You see, it's very funny because when you go to a restaurant called Spice Lounge and you say, "I'd like something spicy, please," and then the waiters go, "I can't believe that somebody would come into my restaurant called Spice Lounge, where we advertised the arsehole annihilator fowl in a bucket challenge, and you'd ask for something spicy."
How about... do you remember a program called Four of a Kind? It was Lenny Henry, Tracy Ullman, and 2 other people that I can't remember.
How dare you come into my house of spice and ask for the anus prolapse of 5,000?
How very dare you?
Made with concentrated chili puree.
The Likely Lads. Have you ever watched that classic comedy?
Whatever happened to me? Whatever happened to the lads we used to be? I'll tell you what, there's this other show, right? And it went on way longer than like the joke, a bit like Moraes. So the premise of the joke is, wouldn't it be really funny if Geordies were speaking German? And then they made the show called Auf Wiedersehen, Pet. I'm a Geordie from up north, but I'm working in Germany. Auf Wiedersehen. I'll have my Wiener Schnitzel now.
Oh, you mean Auf Wiedersehen?
Because yes. I hoped with the seamless, you know, it's like I immersed you in the streets of Newcastle. You'd have been going like, my God, he's talking about Auf Wiedersehen, Pet, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, but only one of them was Open All Hours is on here. Classic comedy.
If we're talking about classic comedy, Steptoe and Son. Yeah. Steptoe and Son is like
that fucking Porridge is on this. I forgot about Porridge as well.
Right, because we did mention the beginning of the show.
That fucking we knew our very own Harold, didn't we? We used to be friends with Harold, didn't we?
The Harry H. Capstan, the Burmese best comedian ever.
Yeah.
He was one of the actors in Steptoe and Son. He played Harold Steptoe, and I believe his father was called Albert. And they had a horse called Samson, because this was back in the day when you'd have a horse and cart in London, which I believe these days would not meet the ULEZ regulations. Funny enough, my Dirty Diesel, which is a Liechtenstein registered VW Golf, it is a Dirty Diesel. There's no DPF filter on it. It meets the ULEZ requirements. There's a Transport for London website. You go on there.
What about Russell Howard's Good News? Because that was hilarious. Oh, he said is Islamic ray guns.
Yeah.
Do you remember Russell Howard, the YTS for Mock the Week?
So Russell Howard's Good News was, the good news is you don't have to laugh at the show, but it's greatly appreciated if you do.
Yeah.
And you know, and he crossed his arms when you'd sit on the seat and you go, "I'm not pouting. It's just a business transaction."
Oh, how about the Sarah Millican television program? That'd be really funny. Listen to her go, "Wee, I'm fat" for half an hour. That'd be hilarious, wouldn't it?
I really love Sarah Millican. Right, here's a bunch of Sarah Millican jokes. I like cake. Oh, I have minstrel pit flows, and oh, I like cars where you have a nap lever. A nap lever is where you pull it and then your seat goes back so you can have a nap before your gig. Oh, you know, okay. So here's the thing, right? Sarah Milligan, I listen to my show, and you make me think one thing is actually disparaging of you now. I am willing to give you one, and I promise not to laugh during coitus. Yeah. I'm very serious about this. Sarah Milligan, if you're listening, and I know you are, call me. I love you.
Do you remember the Sunday show? That was when they used to have what's his name? Who's that comedian from Bolton that does the same jokes all of the time?
By the way, Miranda from the Miranda Show. Look, if Sarah Milligan reneges on the offer, yeah, you're my second pick. All right, I promise not to laugh at you when we're engaged in coitus.
See, from looking at that list, I'd say they know next to nothing about comedy.
Then again, you know how women say they like a man with a good sense of humour?
Yeah.
Do you think they would appreciate if I did laugh at them whilst we're being intimate?
Could do. Did you ever used to watch the Sunday show, Hobbit, when you were recovering from the night before? And it was
sorry, I just.
And it was Peter Kay. It was Peter Kay. That was the first time I heard his 3 jokes that he did at stand up.
I love Peter Kay's 3 jokes and the amazing career he's built on it.
That was the first time that was the first time I ever heard his 3 jokes. That was.
Speaking of single act comedians, you know one who I do like, and you can say you don't, but it's fine. Lee Evans. I like Lee Evans stand up. I've seen it before.
I don't really like physical comedy like that. I just don't. I prefer my comedy Lee would be Lee Mack, not Lee Evans.
Well, the other thing I like with Lee Evans, and I think I agree with him for the same reason I agree with Johnny Cash, is the audience likes to see you sweat. My God, Lee Evans used to take a beach towel with him whenever he got on stage.
I've watched his stand-up. I can't say I haven't watched it, but yeah, it's not my thing really.
In awe of the amount of fluid he's able to transpire when he's out. When the thing when it happens. By the way, Sarah Milligan.
This Morning with Richard, Not Judy. I think that was Richard. It was with Stuart Lee and Richard. What's his face? Do you remember that?
I'm trying to court like female celebrities here, and I'm promising them that I won't laugh.
Female celebrities are massive fans of 14 Words.
Well, again, look, they're fond of the true crime along with the paranormal that we do. And I just want to say, during an act of Congress, I will not laugh.
Would you have given Victoria Wood one in her prime?
I probably would have, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
There was
Do you know there's a comedy program called Woodcock?
Yes. Is that with Edward Woodward?
I don't know.
But I think he was in The Saint, actually.
I think they've gone through this BBC list because The Wrong Trousers is on here.
Yeah, but The Wrong Trousers is a film.
It's not a comedy.
No, it's not. It's. I would say it's drama. I would say it's action. It's a thriller.
Yeah.
So.
That's the one that goes to the moon, isn't it?
So no, the grand day outs when they go to the moon. The Wrong Trousers is where he gets these robotic trousers.
But they've even got the wrong Wallace and Gromit, haven't they? Oh, it just says Wallace and Gromit. Oh, so they're including all of the Wallace and Gromits.
So
gotta say,
I
read
would,
this list, very disappointed. It's somebody
No.
who has a I don't know. They've heard other people talking about comedy and they've remembered some names of comedy shows. I'd say that's what that is.
do you know now would you consider How Clean Is Your House a comedy show? Because I thought the
No,
stuff
that is
that Kim
definitely
and Aggie
horror.
would say.
That is definitely horror.
However, the stuff that Kim and Aggie say used to make me laugh.
I would
I
consider,
say,
however, Come Dine With Me comedy because Larry Lamb's commentary is rather amusing.
I will say, the older I get, the more I appreciate Kim from How Clean Is Your House.
Yeah.
I'd clean her pipes.
You, my love, are a fucking loser.
Mm. Yeah, she is nice.
Well, they said they didn't get through all of them.
I liked all these shows.
Comedy list. It's poor. Actually, Harry said this list is criminal.
Well, no, again, I just think considering how sparse it is for 5 men, and these are supposed to be men of culture.
Yeah.
And it's like, and here's two shit posters because
to be fair, you can't blame the Zoomers. I put the blame fully at the feet of Bo and Sargon.
Well, I would say if Sargon and Dan was there, they're Gen X.
Yeah.
And
Dan might have done a bit better.
These they should be like more. Again, I just think they're not really. I think they're just quite serious people. It's like here with 2 shit posters, and between us, we've talked about. I mean, I even sort of mentioned comedy that I.
Oh no!
But I've still
Hobbit,
heard
we've
about
got to
it.
discuss Dan's list. Dan's done a list, and it's terrible.
Wait, what's Dan's list? Is this Dan's list?
Oh shit! Oh no! I'm going to put Dan's list. I'm going to put Dan's list in now. There you go. There's Dan's list, and it's worse. He's put QI in F. QI's in the right place. Father Ted in F. French and Saunders.
Why is he not fond of Father Ted?
Terry and June in E. The It Crowd in E. Yeah, I'd follow that.
I'm waiting for the list to show up because I'm still seeing the previous list.
No, it's the same looking list. I've just put it in there. It's in there. I can see it. It's in Telegram.
Oh, right, but it's not yet appeared on the stream.
That's because I haven't put it up. Hold on, I'll put it up.
Yeah, just for the audience at home, right? This is a multimedia podcast.
So we can play at home.
There will be slides.
There will be questions. There'll be questions afterwards.
So do try and keep
Dan's
up.
list. Dan's list is I'd argue.
There will be an exam.
Yeah,
so what's
Dan's
he's got? He's got
worse.
So the S tier is Harry and Paul, Red Dwarf, Black Books, The Monty Python, and S Minis. What's that one with the Big Ben in there?
Oh, let me have a look. No, that's.
I don't recognise that.
That's Yes Minister.
Oh, Yes Minister. Okay.
I wouldn't have that so high. At least he's mentioned Hello. Actually, we missed out Hello.
Yeah.
Well, no, we did mention
B. Hemi, you did mention earlier the Roman version of Hello, and by extension, you mentioned Hello. So we did cover that.
Oh, okay.
Was it Garth Marenghi's Dark Place? Well, I'm glad somebody mentioned that because that was quite interesting. I did enjoy it.
You see, if I watch a comedy and it's got David Iowadi in it, it's immediately lost all points whatsoever and dipped into 100% minus territory.
Right. Now, I am going to use this, and it is a load-bearing phrase.
Yeah.
Garth Marenghi's Dark Place is funny in spite of Richard Ayoade.
Anything Richard Ayoade is in it is funny despite.
In spite of. Yeah, well, I mean, like the It Crowd as well. I mean, I enjoy the It Crowd in spite of Richard Ayoade.
Yeah. Oh, and Miranda. Miranda's in it as well, isn't she? The It Crowd.
Is she?
Is she in that one?
I don't remember.
That's where she sprang from.
I don't remember her in it. No, but the man you don't like is in it. Noel Fielding.
Yeah. That's like a double never watch.
But to be fair, though, every time that he springs up, he scares the shit out of them because they're all disgusted by him. Yeah. So you know, I always
so used him well then.
Think like, what did Graham Linehan mean by this?
Graham Linehan knew.
Yeah.
Why did I think that she was in it? I don't know. For some reason, I thought that's where she sprang from. Where did Melinda spring forth from?
Well, I think when she went to the Edinburgh Fringe, like the talent scouts were headhunting and like, well, she stands head and shoulders above the rest, so let's have her.
Who's this funny cunt? Let's give her a BBC One TV programme.
You see, when I said she stands head and shoulders above the rest, I mean quite literally. She's 6'5".
Yeah.
By the way, Miranda, I am available for sex.
Yeah. Hobbit is a sex haver, and he is a sex haver with tall women too.
Miranda, I would be quite entertained.
Can anybody remember her second name, or does she not have one?
Look, if you say 6'5" Miranda, she knows you're talking about her.
No, I'm trying to find out. I want to see her Wikipedia. I think this is a conspiracy that we've got. Miranda Hart. We've got to get to the bottom of this conspiracy.
Is she the daughter of Tony Hart? No. No, she can't.
Let's have a look. Early life.
Yeah.
No, father is David Hart. David Hart Dyke is her father.
Okay. So not related to Tony Hart.
She's married, Hobbit. You're not having sex with her, mate.
Oh,
She married last year. It's all over for you, mate.
Fuck.
Oh, she's only got a father.
End the show.
She's only got a father, apparently.
Shut it down. End the show.
Shut it down.
I'm disappointed.
Miranda's
My waifu has been stolen from me.
Here we go. She's a posh girl. She was privately educated at Down House, an independent boarding school for girls near Thatcham in Berkshire. She was a classmate and friend of sports presenter Claire Balding, who was a head girl. So there you go.
God damn you, Miranda Hart.
Yeah.
How dare you not propose to me before gallivanting off with some Johnny-come-lately?
In 2002, she performed a solo show in Edinburgh. You're right, Hobbit. You fucking guessed it. She performed a solo show in Edinburgh. In 2004, she pitched a comedy show at the BBC. They ducked. No. At her read-through for BBC executives, absolutely fabulous writer and star Jennifer Saunders was present. Oh shit, she's from Hyperdrive, Hobbit. Did you ever watch that? You know the sitcom that desperately wanted to be Red Dwarf?
I really tried to forget Hyperdrive, but unfortunately you've reminded me of it now.
Why is Hyperdrive? Not Going Out as well. She was in that. Did you ever watch Not Going Out? With
no.
Jeremy Vine's brother, who's actually likeable, and oh shit! Did you know she'd even been in Smack the Pony?
Yeah, I could imagine that.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
So she's in Hyperdrive. Remember Hyperdrive, Hobbit? You liked that, didn't you?
Hyperdrive. How could I forget that, or at least try to? Thanks for reminding me about it.
It's not my fault. It's the comedy black hole that is Miranda. She's just reminding you shit stuff that you don't want to talk about. So she's in French and Saunders, My Family and Other Animals, Nighty Night, Absolutely Fabulous, Vicar of Dibley as a speed date programmer, Lead Balloon, William and Mary, Smack the Pony. She actually wrote sketches for that, Hobbit.
So now you remember I was telling you about the comedy vehicle called Rona, starring Rona Cameron?
Yeah.
About the life and times of a struggling comedian called Rona.
Yeah.
Now, Lead Balloon, Paul Whitehouse went, this looks like a good premise for a show. What if I did exactly what Rona Cameron's done, but instead called the show Lead Balloon, and I make it about this children's entertainer who's not funny in the fucking slightest, as he struggles through life, and also he's divorced for some reason.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm glad Paul Whitehouse stopped doing that.
Kim's best moment, according to Interdimensionalism, was on Celebrity Big Brother when she kept yelling, "You adulterer!"
Oh.
So anyway, where were we with? So, yeah. So, awful woman. Yeah, not fun.
Well, you're saying you don't fancy Miranda Hart?
Oh shit! Room 101. Do you remember Room 101 when Paul Merton used to do it? Was good. It was a good series.
Yeah, but even before him, it was that bloke from Question of Sport who presented it, and he was funny too.
Oh, okay. I can't remember who did it first. I knew he was. It was the Takeover then, was he?
Yeah, Paul Merton did it after him.
Okay.
And I think there was even now correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there was an early version of Nevermind the Buzzcocks where he's presented it instead of Mark Lamar.
Oh my god. In 2020, Hart played harmless chatterbox Miss Bates in the Jane Austen adaptation film Emma. Oh, fucking hell. Oh my god, they even gave her a radio show.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Yeah. I just despair of beat British comedy sometimes. When it spits out people like her and Russell Howard.
Well, look, you know, for every bottom or brass eye, there's about 78. Yeah, there's about 78 keeping up appearances in Last of the Summer Wine.
Keeping up appearance was kind of all right, but the one joke did get a bit tired in the end.
I noticed nobody's...
Dan, actually, we haven't discussed Dan's list properly, have we?
I was about to say nobody's mentioned 2.4 Children or One Foot in the Grave.
Oh shit, that was a good series. Actually, quite a little while ago, I watched every single episode, rewatched every single episode of it, and I quite enjoyed it.
What? 2.4?
Yeah.
I thought it was all right.
Yeah.
I like one where there was like a deceased was being put in cold storage, and then the matriarch goes out, and then the child says, "Where are you going?" It says, "Well, tell him Mum's gone to Iceland."
And yeah, the dad was good as well, but he died, didn't he?
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, the dad died. I think that's kind of why it stopped. I think it probably, in some form, I think it probably would have come back today, wouldn't it? Otherwise. The funny thing was, both of the children are twins, aren't they? One half are twins. So the girl's got a twin sister, and the boy's got a twin brother.
Oh, and there was that other show with what's that bit called? Judi Dench, My Family or Modern Family.
Oh no, it's not Judi Dench. It was that Zoe woman who looks like a pixie or something, doesn't she?
Yeah.
My Family.
There was one which
it
was around about the same time as a bit of an obscure one, but I thought Bob Monkhouse did very good as the narrator of it. So when South Park came out, Channel 4 got the rights to it, and the BBC wanted a show to compete, so they put out a commission for a sitcom called The Mr. Howell Show, which was narrated by Bob Monkhouse, and I think he did a very good job as being the titular Mr. Howell. And there was this recurring character in it called Serge the Seal Club, who's funny and he's cute and a psychopath. I'm wondering if anybody remember. So it's the Seal Club, right? And occasionally he gets like traumatic flashbacks, and so he ends up like massacring a bunch of animal rights protesters because he imagines they're seal clubbers.
Yes.
In addition to Serge the Seal, the actor, the director who did the animations for it went on to do this thing called Monkey Dust, and Monkey Dust was very dark, but he had terminal cancer when he did it, so I don't think he had any fears of being blacklisted from working for the BBC in the future, because it's like, well, I'll be dead soon anyway. Hey, so if you haven't seen Monkey Dust...
Monkhouse did Monkey Dust.
No, he wasn't associated with that because Bob Monkhouse died before Monkey Dust went on air. But It went on for it. And the one I like about it is you got these two Muslim lads, and they're from the West Country, and they keep saying Boston. And so
Boston's
you got
Britain.
this guy. Well, yeah, that's it. Well, they really like West Bromwich Albion, and they're Boston. And you see, they got this guy who's trying to recruit them to do a terrorism, and his name's Jihad Al Fayed or something like that.
Yeah. Is this before,
then the mum comes in. It's like
Lions, then is it?
Yeah, it is. It was sort of 2002, 2003 ish, and so the mother would sort of come in and says, "Oh, hello, Mohammed. Nice to see you. Do you want to stay for tea? Because I'm doing McCain smiley faces and fish fingers." "Oh, Boston, Mum, can I have beans with that?" "Oh, right, son, I'll do some. Oh, but got to save room because we're having Viennetta roll afterwards." "Oh, Boston." I like the idea of these very, very I say West Country, very Brummy, new Brummies. But there was this guy in it who got done for a murder, but he never did it, and he's sad when he gets released from prison because he went to prison in the 1970s, and his only possession is a space hopper, and he's dancing around on a space hopper, and he really doesn't like late 90s, early 2000s culture. So he looks for reasons to get back into prison. There's one in it where it's like, "Hello, Mr. Like Barraclef or whatever the screw's name was. Hello, Mr. Barraclef. I've done a murder. Can I come back home now, please?"
You've done that sing song voice, and it just reminds me of something you'd get from the League of Gentlemen, doesn't it?
"We didn't burn him.
I want a bottle of orange juice."
Edward, he wanted to see my points. He's not local.
And my wife, not Dev.
"Don't worry, Tubbs. He won't get far."
What do you think? Is Dan's list worse than Sargon and Co.'s list, or?
I mean, he's got. Oh, we did put One Foot in the Grave on there. So
yeah,
again, all these people putting the Ali G show in it. It's just like
the Ali G show. The Ali G show weren't the best bit. The best bit was the 11 o'clock show because people didn't know who Ali G was. Apart from that one, I mean, do you remember the one? Do you remember the one where he was rapping over that? Who's the guy geezer out of Pulp? He did a solo song, "Help the Aged." Do you remember that? And Ali G's rapping
Giles
over the
Cocker.
And Ali G's rapping over the top. "I help the motherfucking aged." Do you remember?
I remember
was actually funny.
This bit is funny. It's like, I think it was called Travis, and he did a song called "Why Does It Always Rain on Me?"
Yeah.
And Ali G's got his mixing desk there, so he's playing his acoustic guitar. He says, "Okay, we're going to add some bass to this, right?" And eventually he just turns it into this drum and bass song, and he gets all these like black strippers to start twerking their asses near him.
Didn't they walk
and it's like,
off?
"Come on."
Was that a bit?
What's that?
Didn't Travis walk off? I thought someone walked off when he did that on one.
It wasn't Travis though, because Travis sort of basically gave up playing his guitar and realised that, oh, okay, we're having a jungle ting.
Yeah. Yeah, I did like "Help the Motherfucking Aged." That made me laugh. That did.
Well, I wonder if I can actually find the oh, hang on.
Just put Ali G Travis. That'll do it.
Da Ali G show Travis. Why does it always rain? Yeah. So Ali G takes the mick out of Travis, and it's like, "All right, what's your song called?" "It's called Why Is It Always Me?" "I don't know." Anyway, here's Travis with his song. So I'll put that in the list in case people want to see it. The first one was "Are You Dave Gorman?" Oh, I thought it was "My Name Is Dave Gorman." Yeah.
At the Ali G show, who wants to win an ounce?
Moment wasn't Celebrity Big Brother again.
Yeah. Ali G and Buzz Aldrin.
Oh, YouTube's broken, and it's definitely not because of an ad blocker, because I would never do such a thing. I respect the YouTube terms of service. Well, time to just reload the page, but also, but there's no adverts on Fortean words, but that's buffering.
Oh, there's an old Trumpy. Oh, he did one with Trumpy 8 years ago.
Yeah, Trump walked out on him. That was the one.
Trump knew he was being fucked with, didn't he?
Yeah. No, Trump probably, like, when Sacha Baron Cohen spoke to him, he probably had a lot of respect for him. He says, "I got a lot of respect for you, Mr. Cohen. A lot of respect for you.
Why do I have a load of Ali G results and then your mate Big Ears comes in the middle of it?"
I'll appear on your show, Mr. Cohen. I'll do the LEG show with you, and we are there, Mr. Cohen. I would like that very much, Mr. Cohen.
The Jacob Reed Sacha Baron Cohen. Do you remember that one?
I guess just nothing's fucking loading for me now.
No, is it shit the bed? Is it?
Oh no. Twitter's working fine. Steam's working fine. It's just YouTube, which has decided I've had a bit too much YouTube today.
Oh, we've seen Kash Patel has fired a trainee for displaying a gay pride flag on his desk.
Just a sec. I'm going to take my headphones off because I hear some alarms.
Oh, is the power going down?
Oh, I think it's your end. I just heard like some car alarms going off.
There's nothing my end, car alarms. It's got to be your end.
Hang on. Oh, yeah, it is. Well, it's not my car. My car doesn't make that alarm. Somebody's car alarm's going off. Yeah, YouTube's just given up the ghost for me.
Oh, fucking hell. That synagogue shooting's getting a bit political, isn't it? So someone said stop the marches, and then a story about David Lammy is being heckled because he won't stop the marches. Hamza Yousaf have said, why would the marches stop? The genocide hasn't stopped. It might be because 2 people got shot in this country yesterday.
So, I'm thinking there's some very Islamophobic things are being said. And
well, after that, the Muslim went and stabbed those blokes. What we've really got to worry about is how it'll impact the Islamic community.
Yeah, I think this will reflect all. Yeah, I'm worried how poor innocent Muslims will be treated about this afterwards. I think the Liechtenstein internet's not very good this evening.
No, I'll wait. I'm all right here in Tel Aviv. Oh dear, there's some very harsh language from people on the tubes. Not on the tubes, on the Twitters. Did Josh have a Twitter? Great debate, Hobbit. You put your toilet roll. Let's go for the great debate. We'll go for the difficult questions.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Oh, good. Because I was saying hello before, but I don't think you could hear me.
Hobbit. I've put a picture in the telegrams. The great debate. I don't think there is a debate because it's only hanging out the front is the only acceptable answer, isn't it?
Oh, look. There's no debate here.
Yeah.
It's B. It's always B. Anybody that puts it A is a terrorist.
Yeah, it's a terrorist. I'll just show the viewers. It's a toilet roll. It's a toilet roll. It hangs off the front. End of. Yeah. We're not debating this one.
Look, I don't think, especially considering the events of this week, that one should be, resorting to hyperbole. But
yeah,
if you put the bog roll where it's near the wall, you are a terrorist.
Yeah.
It's just as simple as you are a terrorist.
What else we got here? Yeah, the synagogue attacker was Jihad al-Shami, and obviously we know there's a lot of misconceptions about the word jihad. And we're just not going to spread them
I'm
here,
full. I couldn't have an al-Shami right now. So.
Oh, shit! Did you know McDonald's Chicken Selects got discontinued in America in 2013?
What is Chicken Select?
No, that's the posher chicken nugget.
Oh, I see. Yeah. You know, McDonald's did spaghetti bolognese at one point.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Apparently, they still do it in Indonesia.
Somewhere they do a pizza, don't they? As well, there's a McDonald's pizza somewhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's Japan that still does it, but
Can you believe this bigotry? I'm called gay for being with a trans woman. Can you believe that kind of bigotry still goes on today?
Well, I would say right to pink news, but I still believe they're facing indictments over buggering interns.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very, very poor behaviour. Very poor.
So the Freedom Flotilla, that's been boarded. Has that been boarded yet? Has it actually been boarded?
Yeah, so the Israeli Defense Forces have held Greta Thunberg's tits hostage, and I say release the Thunberg pair.
Hobbit. Breaking news. I know you have it muted, but breaking: the Manchester synagogue terrorist was allegedly on police bail for rape when he carried out the attack.
Well, this sounds like typical Islamophobic reporting from the BBC.
Yeah. You what? Peep Show in A tier, you fucking idiot. I've never watched Peep Show. What's the thing?
You see, the funny thing about Peep Show is it's in first-person camera, and when they get really close to one of the actors' faces, you feel physically uncomfortable, and that's why it's so funny.
Who decided that uncomfortable comedy was funny? Like that Ricky Gervais stuff, like a lot of it. He spawned... Like, he may have done the odd bit that was amusing, but, like, the comedians he spawned off the back of that style are awful. All of them are terrible.
It's...
What are you laughing?
This is something I don't think we can show on YouTube, right? But okay. I'll copy the image, right? And then I can decide to themselves what the caption for this man should be.
We cannot put that on the tubes.
Do you want the caption? I can put it here, and this can be for the reading audience,
Hobbit,
and not for the.
Do you want to see a side-splitting joke?
I've already seen it. That's why I'm trying to. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, but
another one.
Look.
Look at this. I need to explain joke.
I just a second, right? Yes. Oh, that's so funny. I forgot to laugh. Now, if you're wondering why I'm not sharing a joke, do you know when you went to school and you did a joke that was so funny, the teacher wanted you to share it with the class?
Yeah.
But then when you did share it with the class, you get sent to the headmaster for detention on a Friday.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, look, if you didn't want to hear my joke in the first place, why did you tell me to say it out to the class? And it was a funny joke because all the boys in the class were laughing.
You should have done the Rambo thing. You asked me, I didn't ask you.
So, you get in trouble for doing what the teacher asks. Now, I'd just like to explain, the same sort of teachers which you'd have in school, which would do those sort of things, are the fun police on YouTube. And unfortunately, this hilarious caption, along with a very Vulcan-looking man, shall I say. Yeah, let's go with that. He's a very Vulcan man. And the caption with it is something that, okay, I'm going to try translate it. Can I translate it?
If you want to do it, you do it on a fire video.
Do you remember when we translated that speech with the neighbours in it?
Yeah. No. You do that on one of your fire videos.
Okay. When I play Unreal Tournament, I'm gonna have him as my avatar, and I'm gonna explain to people how I am a neighbour. My name is neighbour Yahoo.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but the Fun Police have told me. My solicitor has advised me not to repeat this joke.
Yes. Yeah, the stormtroopers will definitely. You'll have the two teenage girls come and arrest you immediately.
They'll knock on the door. And it's like,
can we have your phone? We're sure we're right.
Yeah. How about no? Yeah.
Let's see if Harry hasn't done a list. Some bloke called Ryan. I don't want someone called fucking Ryan's list, do I? Some fucking randos list. No, Harry hasn't done one of those lists. To be fair, I couldn't be bothered to make a list like that.
Oh, I just you know, I mean, there may be a hierarchy of comedy, but.
Yeah, I think that they're all comedy shows that people have told them about, and they may have watched clips on YouTube, and I think that's about as far as it goes. Right, so are we done? Is there any more you want to do? Not very spooky, this one. Just spooky at how bad the
Well, Hemmy, look, I think you're being a bit too modest here.
Yeah.
We did a séance, and Jonathan Bowden came back from the dead.
Yeah.
What did he come to say us? Right. So, take notes, people. Right. This is what Jonathan Bowden has come back to say to us.
S tier. S tier.
There
to me
you go.
Means shit. What? How is S tier good?
Because Zoomers equate shit with being really good.
Oh,
because
okay. That's like I eat my own dookie tier. Is that what they say?
It means it's so good that they pooed their pants.
Oh, shall I do a quick search for 14 and see if anything interesting comes up on X?
Yeah, go on.
Do you want to flick through X on poll?
Oh yeah, let's do that. I haven't done that in a while. Yeah. I imagine it'll be more of.
We'll do Sandown Sam next week because there is quite a bit.
One of my favourite things they do on X is they say, "I'm lonely and sad. How do I summon a succubus demon to have sex with me?" Oh, they got a thing here about the miraculous healing of Barbara Snyder. Evidence of a miracle implies to philosophical arguments against the miracle. So that might be worth having a look. Is there? Yeah, I'll put that in the 40 words Telegram chat. So it's what do they say here? Jack Houston 2 years ago, doctors at Hubbard, Kaminsky, and nothing more could be done for her medically, so she resigns and have to spend the rest of her life as an invalid. The Wheaton woman, then 31, was nearly completely paralyzed from waist down. Her leg muscles, atrophied from little use, were drawn against her chest. Her arms shook constantly, and the hands curled inwards towards her wrists. Her intestinal tract was paralyzed, requiring a colostomy and catheter. In addition, there was paralysis in part of her diaphragm, necessitating use of a tracheotomy tube and oxygen. She was also nearly blind. I could see shapes, but I could not distinguish what they were, Kaminsky said. What has happened to her since then is described as a miracle, even by her doctors.
Kaminsky,
she has
that's
been
the
complete...
name of the top suspect for the Ripper murders, isn't it? He's Kaminsky. Or no, he's Kosminski, I think, isn't he?
Well, she's been completely healed. Her unusual story is scheduled to be televised nationwide Monday night on ABC's That's Incredible. One of her doctors, Dr. Harold Adolph, was he in Namibia? So do you remember Stuart Lee when he do a callback to a previous joke?
Yeah.
Callbacks,
Yeah,
Stuart Lee.
You know the
One of
the
the
Namibians, the Namibians called Adolf. You remember them, don't you?
Yeah, so one of her doctors, Dr. Harold Adolf, a surgeon at the Central DuPage Hospital in Winfield and the Wheaton Medical Clinic, said there is no medical explanation for what has occurred. It refers to an instantaneous physical transformation which occurred in June 1981 as a miracle. This was completely unexpected. There is nothing explained on the basis of medicine, Adolf said. Dr. Donal Edwards, another of her doctors, a family practitioner, said, there is no medical test to explain what's happened. There's no neurological trace of her problem. The proof is time. Kaminsky's problems began when she was a teenager and developed over 16 years. Yeah, but anyway, so what about the recovery? I want to know more about that. I work in an operating room all day maybe we'll read more of that next week. But there's loads more there, so that's worth reading. Oh, I think Emo Monk might have posted this one. How can I overcome lust? And there's a lust-provoking image in the title.
Ooh. Yeah, googling paranormal doesn't do much because you just get everyone's moaning about that surprise, pedos on Netflix.
Now here's an interesting thing, and I don't think we've covered it before in 14 words. We might have done in passing. Human beings can detect when someone not in their line of sight is staring at them. So I remember hearing from commandos, and I think later the SES, because maybe they took over the role of commandos, that if you're about to kill a target and you're approaching them stealthily, whatever you do, don't look directly at their back. Don't look at it because it will make the hair stand up on the back of their neck, and then there's a chance they'll turn around and sound the alarm.
Yeah, they tell special forces to do that, don't they?
Yeah. So there's this thing. People are aware. Like, there's probably you can extend it further to telephone telepathy, where I know when I'm being called, who's going to call me, and I'll think of them like a few minutes before they call me, and it's completely passive. And I realize it's like I start thinking about someone, and you know when you get these thoughts, they come and go in your brain, you sort of don't pay them any mind. I can't do it, but I realize that it is an external thought. It's just I have an apple one, and then after that, a few minutes later, they get in touch with me.
I've actually found a paranormal gag to put up that is quite funny. So it's guy in a Chewbacca costume, looking for some advice. Saw this in my back garden. I think it might be a ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah. Too much high fructose corn syrup. Oh, someone mentioned most haunted. Mary loves Dick. Mary loves Dick. Remember Derek Acora? Do you remember Derek Acora?
I remember Derek. I loved his spirit guide Sam. I thought he was interesting.
Yeah, Sam the Native American. Is Sam a Native American name?
Yeah, it is. I am Sam.
What's that, Indian Brave? What is it?
Yes.
What was it Indian Brave used to say on the South Park videos? Do you remember when they used to do bits just
someone
for videos?
Coming.
Someone coming.
I do.
Do you remember when they used to do bits
someone
for videos?
coming.
When it was a big thing putting something on video. Now it's just, let's just slap it out on video and fuck it off.
Let's not even put a DVD menu title on this.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody's having a paranormal meltdown saying he doesn't believe that this man ever existed, and it looks like a fat version of Bill Hicks.
Yeah.
Roy J.
You mean a fat version of Alex Jones?
Everything about this feels so wrong. The spook sliver hither man gave me a break. Oh, it's just schizophrenic stuff now.
Yeah. Have you ever heard what Bill Cooper said about Alex Jones? We've played it before. Have you ever heard what he said about him?
Yeah, the guy is. It says a lot
Not
of
a
truth,
fan.
but in order to lie.
Not a fan.
No, Bill Cooper wasn't a fan of it. Of it.
There's a cut down version of it somewhere, isn't there? Because they've got an hour of Bill Cooper slagging him off. Oh, it's 5 minutes. I'm not playing all that. I'm not playing all that.
No,
about a minute.
Oh, have you heard about Mel's Hull?
Who's that?
So the story goes: Ellensburg, Washington. Guy buys land there with mysterious hole. Guy notices people throwing refuse into the hole, and so does he. He notices it never gets full. He casts a 50,000 feet fishing line into the hole. It still never touches the end of the hole. Guy goes on Artbound and explains. Guy then notices tons of military surrounding the hole, and after which he's never called Artbound because the government makes him leave. Guy gets proposition to leave America for $2 million. Guy comes back and has then disappeared. So I imagine this is a hole to Hollow Earth then. Yeah.
Some people think that might be an explanation for Bigfoot, the fact Bigfoot's using Hollow Earth.
Well, someone pointed out, says if it's more than 50,000 foot, then that's lower than the Mariana Trench.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. But I think one of our very first episodes was about Hollow Earth and stuff that goes on in deep underground military bases, we call them. Well, that was the Denver Airport. Episode.
The Denver Airport horse's anus.
It's very important that in this bronze statue of a horse, the anus, including its veins, are all put in meticulous detail. But we call them deep underground military bases because we don't say look hell is real. Because
who's that guy they always talk about with dumbs? It's Phil something, isn't it? Phil, I can't remember his name. Someone did it. One of the conspiracy shows I used to listen to, it was Phil something and Dumbs. Do you remember those conspiracy guys? I don't think they're about anymore. The three Irish lads.
No.
Did you ever listen to that show? No, they were quite good.
Well, I did used to listen to Michael Zarian back when he would do his stuff about High Brazil and the ancient history of the Druids and stuff.
Mm.
Yeah.
And I listened to her. I started listening to some last podcast. Did you know? Did you used to listen to last podcast and I left a bit, didn't you?
Don't think so. No.
Ah, right. Well, one of them got kicked off because he allegedly did something to his wife. They didn't to his girlfriend, so he just got booted for allegedly doing something. Fucking wokey kids.
Yeah.
They were quite funny for wokies, but yeah. And then eventually, like all wokies, they end up having to be wokey, don't they?
Did you ever listen to Michael Zarian? The other Irish guy I like, who's a bit full of himself, is but he makes dioramas, and I appreciate that. Oh, what was his name? He's a proper like West Country Irish. Oh, hell, I am going to tell you the truth. And he would do this bit about the nicotine star child. And he'd talk about paranoid cannabis conspiracy theories as well.
Oh, would he?
We would talk about the reptilians. Oh, what was his name? Here's this Irish bloke, and it'll probably come to me tomorrow. But
Gobshite, mate, Sheridan.
Oh, I miss Gobshite. I do. I really miss him. But he wasn't Gobshite. No, this guy was. I wish I could remember his name.
See, I used to listen to all David Icke through podcasts, so I never really got into YouTube until like 2016.
Well, he also would have been on Good Vibrations with Mark Devlin, and Mark Devlin would have like David Icke and other people on to. He had Secret Society Laurel Canyon. That's where I heard about it. Mark Devlin being a DJ. He was talking quite a lot about music and music he was asked to promote, where he was more interested in playing hip hop. So went to one of his conferences. he's a vegan, you see, so the food was all vegan. And I was eating this salad with a baked potato. And I was just like, oh, does vegan mean we're not allowed to cook the garlic? And it's like, why? What's wrong? It's just like, well, I'm really enjoying the subtle flavors of this salad, and including the mouth-searing heat, the spiciness of this raw garlic stuff.
I'm just watching. I'm
really nice.
I'm actually fascinated. Like, if you want to talk about magic, talk about grafting branches onto trees. I'm watching a video about that. That's fucking amazing. That is.
Oh, what? Grafting onto rootstocks. It's
no, actually, literally grafting onto trees, like cutting sections of brass out and cutting sections of bark out and replacing them. Here you go. I'll put it in here if you want to have a look.
I was going to say, have you seen like the multi-fruit tree where the people have grafted like pears and apples and what have you onto a apple stock tree?
You're going to hear some weird noises on this episode, and I don't know why, but it's like, you remember that somebody answered the phone, the old mobile sound you used to get through speakers. For some reason, I'm getting that tonight.
Oh, that's very strange.
So
yeah, we don't hear that.
Somebody answer the phone. Yeah, you just don't get it at all anymore, do you?
No. Well, I mean, the other thing we don't hear the other day, and I was reminded of it because someone said they've shut down their dial-up modem, is the dial-up sound. That was part of our formative experience of the early internet, was dialing up. And what I used to do is hang up and dial up again if I got anything less than 36k. So I never got 50. I think the highest I ever saw on mine was 45k on my phone line. Then we got ADSL, which was brilliant, because ADSL was like 10 times faster than dial up. And back then in the Web 1 days, like early 2000s, 512k was wonderful. Oh, someone said the other day says, if you want to experience the retro feel of websites back in the dial-up days, simply take out a contract with T-Mobile and enjoy the blistering speeds of late 90s internet connectivity.
Oh, you're gonna like this meme, Hobbit. I can't. It's politically incorrect, so obviously I can't say it. But yeah, you're gonna appreciate this one. Let's copy image. That's what I want to do. Have a look in the gram.
So we'll have a look there next to the neighbour guy. Bench a neighbour. Bench a neighbour Yahoo. Oh yeah, the Netflix thing. They're always trying to insert a transom table into a small car.
Oh shit! Comedy. Talk about comedy. Like, how good did kids' comedy used to be, Hobbit? Have a look at this. Would you like to?
Rhubarb and custard. Yeah, Rent a Ghost. That was funny.
Yeah.
I had a Goonies comedy book, like all these jokes. 2 jokes I remember for it was one about the man spreading anti-elephant powder on the streets of London.
Yeah.
And the other one I liked was, how can you tell if an elephant's been in your fridge? Well, there's footprints in the butter. And how do you know if an elephant's hiding under your bed? Well, your nose touches the ceiling.
Yeah. How do you know if an elephant's been in your fridge?
Well, there's footprints in the butter.
Yeah.
And the other one is like, how do you get a giraffe in the fridge? Well, first you got to take the elephant out.
Yeah.
These are good Goonie jokes.
Do you remember the joke, how do African tribesmen hide in the jungle?
Don't know.
They paint their testicles red and pretend to and climb up a cherry tree. What's the loudest sound? And then there's a follow-up joke to that, which is, what's the loudest sound in the jungle? A giraffe
when
eating
someone
cherries.
eats them.
A giraffe eating cherries.
My dad made this joke, but he kept saying, instead of neighbour, he kept saying gorilla. And he says, what do you call a gorilla sitting in the tree with a machine gun?
Yeah.
Sir.
Yeah.
What do you call a gorilla sitting in the tree with a machine gun, but he's got what do you call those things you put in your ears that deaden sound? Earbuds?
Ear defenders.
He's got earbuds in.
Yeah.
Anything you like, the fucker can't hear you.
Yeah. What? Oh shit! What was the one? What's yellow and smells of bananas?
Shark infested custard.
Monkey puke.
That's disgusting. What's yellow and dangerous?
Shark infested custard.
Yeah! I love shark infested custard.
Yeah. Oh fucking hell! That was a great joke.
It was a great joke. Yeah. Yeah, shark infested custard.
Oh god, Academic Agent is going to do his comedy chart, I think.
Oh no.
No, he hasn't done it yet. Oh, I dread to think why. It's like fart sniffers just aren't good with comedy, are they?
Oh, Interdimensional Lizard says, what's pink and fluffy? It's pink fluff.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. What's brown and sticky?
A stick.
A twig.
Okay. What? I'm trying to think of the really old ones. I can't think of any off the top of my head. I think I'm getting tired.
Oh, I know. What do you call it when Ben's your neighbour Yahoo falls off a cliff?
Don't know.
Black magic. No, chocolate drop. Fuck! I got the two punchlines mixed up.
It's just as fucking well. Just yeah. Hobbit's tired and emotional.
On that note,
Hobbit's tired and emotional, and we're gonna get a visit from the Stormtroopers. A couple of 14-year-old girls in police uniforms.
I'm a resident of Liechtenstein. I was tired and emotional.
Yeah.
These jokes are culturally appropriate
Please,
in the
bully.
Principality of Liechtenstein.
Go on and see. I've just seen a picture of it. Favourite Bond, Hobbit.
I like Roger Moore. I'm laughing because I like Sean Connery as well.
I've never enjoyed
Roger Moore.
Do you know what? I think George Lazenby is hugely underrated.
Yeah, but he was only in one or two.
He was only in one because everyone said, "Oh, he's shit," but he weren't. He just wasn't Sean Connery. That was it. That was his only problem. I like Timothy Dalton. I thought they actually perfected it with what's his name? The one after Timothy Dalton, Pierce Brosnan. I thought Pierce Brosnan was like where they perfected it, and then obviously the Misery Bonds weren't very good.
I really did enjoy Roger Moore and the Gadgets, and I think they should have leaned more into that.
Yeah, definitely. They should have been. Well, they're like modern gadgets. They should be better, shouldn't they? Well, they did do the best Bond movie, and it was called Kingsman: The Secret Service, wasn't it?
Don't know. I mean, if you want a gritty spy film, there's the Harry Palmer films. That's like James Bond without the glitz and the glamour.
They're supposed to be good, aren't they? I've heard about them.
The Ipcress File is good. Holiday to Berlin is a bit sad, and the other three after that get progressively worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Diminishing returns, aren't
they? They're sort of. I'm not going to say they're Steven Seagal tier.
I really need
because
to
they still cane in them, but they're pretty bad.
Because I don't remember any. Do you remember the one where Wormtongue says, "Your words are poison, your stew is poison"?
Not. I do remember him whispering to King Theoden. I remember saying to King Theoden,
excellently played by
he's
Brad
not
Dourif.
welcome.
Brad
here.
Dourif doesn't go. Brad Dourif doesn't do halves, does he?
Brad Dourif was made for that role. Yeah, he was very good. Oh, there's some high quality UFO footage. Oh, that's interesting. I watched it disintegrate and then reform within a second. It's this fighter. It's tracking it, and it's a very stable video.
I'm just watching
and it looks to be
into a new home. Oh, the bastards!
Right on the edge.
They put him in a little fucking plastic fucking shell, wankers. And now he looks like a right one of them.
Oh, that's a very interesting object. So yeah, the pilot's sort of struggling to keep up with it now because it's going across very quickly.
Oh,
but
press F for Stephen Crowder. He's doing university tours again.
Well, I hope he wears a gorget that Charlie Kirk proved that a bulletproof vest wasn't enough. You need to wear a gorget and a helmet as well. And also, look, you might be prudent to be a bit paranoid about this, right? I would have somebody check the microphone over to make sure that it's not been tampered with any explosive devices.
Yeah.
They've proven with the pages that they're explosive. Who's to say they can't put explosives in a microphone?
Yeah. Obviously, different people would do that, not the same people, obviously.
I am just saying that some demented leftists may want to sabotage with explosive devices, microphones, and pages. I'm not saying anything about who these leftists are.
Oh, back to the other week, Charlie Kirk. Someone's got put a post up. So Charlie Kirk had no coroner's report, no church funeral, no burial site or grave, no official death certificate, no ballistics report, not a single eyewitness on the record, and an award-winning widow already taking over his show. Are you not entertained? Obviously, I don't quite believe these theories, but they are some interesting questions, aren't they?
I want to say they're wrong, but I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know. What can I say? Is any of that true? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'd like to think unlikely. I'd like to think it was a genuine hit. I don't think every single hit is, but they are. If they are actual questions, and that stuff actually hasn't happened, then obviously it's something to think about. I mean, you remember Paddock and Las Vegas and the shenanigans there, fully comped.
Yeah, I mean that's still a mystery to this day. What went on there? I don't think we'll ever get the true story of what went on.
Mm.
No, very very strange.
There's certain things we just never find the full story on, do we?
Well, like Dunblane, that's been sealed up for 99 years to protect the children. Well, it's a bit too late for that now because the children are dead, but it is to protect them.
Yeah. I'm just watching some videos. Some dude's got a pet armadillo. He's one cute little bugger.
I can't imagine a armadillo as a pet. I can imagine having a fox as a pet.
He speaks and everything. He's like a little dog. It's hilarious. Have a look at this video. I'll just put it in.
I could imagine a fox or a raccoon as a pet, but not an armadillo.
I'd assume they're similar to. I'd think you'd approach it similar to rats, I suppose. Because rats are supposed to be good pets, aren't they?
Oh, you can see, I could more imagine a rat as a pet, and unfortunately, my internet's just taken a big poo, so it's all just buffering. Everything's buffering.
Okay, then shall we call it a day?
Yeah. I think
it's good night. It's good night for me, and it's good night for him and his internet.
And it's good night from him, and it's from me.
Yeah.
And it's good from the Capital Way Bridge.
Yeah. Oh fucking hell, Hobbit! It's all dying.
And I can hear that.